I think I'm good. If I hit going live, will that do it? Hi, I'm Dave. What's up, Jaded? Am I on stream? I hope. I think I'm good. Think I did this right. If I hit going live, will that where am I hearing myself? Oh no. I am hearing myself somewhere. I'm Dave. What's up, Jaded? Am I on stream? I hope. I think I did this right. Oh no. I don't know where I'm hearing myself. Ah! Where am I hearing myself? Oh no. I am hearing myself somewhere. I'm Dave. What's up, Jaded? Am I on stream? I hope. I think I did this. Oh no. I don't know where I'm hearing myself. Ah! Where am I hearing myself? Oh no. I am hearing myself somewhere. I'm Dave. Oh no. What's up, Jaded? I'm trying. I can't find which one's active. Oh no. I don't know where I'm hearing myself. Ah! Am I good? Uh-oh, did I break my StreamYards? No, there's that. Okay. I think I found the one that I was hearing myself on. Hey, Dodie. Hey, Olive. Am I good? Am I good? Thank you for bearing with me, everyone. I'm trying to become more advanced and actually get like the starting soon stuff set up, but I had to change some things in the way it was set up in order to actually get the stream started. So sorry it was a little late. I was trying to get it to start right on the right time, but made a slight miscalculation, which happens. Let me put my StreamYard link in here in case anyone wants to join. Gotta start somewhere, right? Okay, there's that. Let me find the video that I left off with yesterday. It was this one. So let me make sure I have the right tab. Share screen. Boom, boom, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Ooh, I didn't even know I could do it like this. Woohoo. I'm learning StreamYard stuff too while I go. Still prefer doing it this way. Sorry, I'm adventuring. I'm figuring all my stuff out. Seeing what I like. Uh-oh. Message retracted. Why would you take that back? No, I'm just kidding. Alright. I think we're good.
Message that pops up and says,
let's find a good balance for things. Let me get my mic set up right.
And you said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Something.
My charging cable's off of it.
All right. I can bring up the clip if you want. Something Bassett. You say her name.
That was a troll. That was a troll account.
I didn't really want to.
Troll account.
Kind of trying to stay off the topic of Nikki, but you know.
Yeah, that was a troll account, Speakeasy.
She does pop onto the first stream talking about
but he answered
Ernie.
her name.
No surprise.
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. But he was being goaded by a sock account. Ernie was.
But didn't he refer to his own
Melissa or Melinda until
like
2020.
ex or whatever as a hoe that he tried to turn into a housewife?
Okay,
and his son.
So you can't just say it was a
I've seen
troll.
the screenshots. I've got like a ton of them. I got all of them saved.
Okay, so so you're saying that you did pay child support for your kid?
Dude, I
No,
was
he
there
didn't
with
have
my
to pay
son.
child support.
I lived where I was married.
Living with them. They were married.
Yeah,
Them
true.
people saying I never worked. I'll send you all the.
Because I'm pretty sure
I'll
she
send
popped
you
on all of the different easy ones, whether it was to challenge Jimbo or to support Ernie.
His son would have been 13 at that time. His son is now 16. No. Did Jeremy graduate? No, or is he 16?
Jeremy, yeah, he graduated.
But he was with
True.
Melinda.
You're not
until
wrong,
3
Olive.
years ago. So he wouldn't have had to pay child support, Speakeasy.
I try my best not
Okay,
to say
well,
anything mean about her, but it's hard.
Bring up the clip here.
Hey, what's up, Andrea? Is it Andrea or Andrea? Oh, I see. You're saying hi to the mods in chat, but not to me.
Yeah, because
The person who you trolled last night.
That is the name you say as well. Like this clip was
Speakeasy,
taken
you
off
also have to understand that Jimbo and them, they make fake Facebook accounts to message each other.
So sorry about that. I need
That's
help with my
part of the
son's
reason
expenses.
I
Father's
left
not
the
contributed in
stand
16 years. So
is
sorry about that, Melinda
because
Best.
Jimbo
Maybe that
actually
father tried to
paid
turn a
man
whore into a
to
housewife.
murder Ernie. Kemper sent me a message saying that was a fake account because they had a falling out. They fell out from it was March 2022 until just recently.
Good deal.
You have to understand, you're coming in 18 months
Maybe that
later.
woman wanted
We've
the
been
Elvis
following
Presleys
us
and
for
she
18
wanted
months.
magicians, you know.
And Ernie's not
I once
innocent
said,
by any means.
I'm no Elvis and I don't
It's
wear
so weird that
suede
they're like
shoes.
talking over each other here.
My rattlesnake boots do just
what
fine.
the stand is making him
I'm no
out
magician
to be
and I can't pull a
is
rabbit out of the hat,
all
but I can drag a pedophile out of the house.
I would put my channel on this, Speakeasy. I will delete my channel.
I'm just sorry.
The question is, did he ever put a single pedophile in jail? And I don't believe he did.
Yeah, but this is probably.
I believe the only thing he
manufactured.
did
That's what you
was
don't
like
understand.
confront a couple,
Well,
Are you
okay.
reading
talk
your
to
chat?
them, have a chat
No,
off
I have
stream,
the clip, Nicolina, if you just give
and
me
then
a
let them
second.
go. From what I've been told.
Just give me a
Granted, I haven't seen any of this.
Ernie,
This is all
Ernie,
just word
are
of
you
mouth.
prepared to fight this or to argue this?
But that's what I've heard of his
Yeah, Nicolina,
encounters
this is
with
like,
any kind
this
of.
is a,
Hey, what's up, Creative Witch?
This is probably
No,
what
you have to
Any
understand
encounter
that
he's had with
Jimbo
one of these
and Kemper
pedophile
make fake
predators,
fucking Facebook
whatever,
accounts and fake
that he
receipts.
I'm all right. I'm
tracked down.
All right,
good. Let him do. It's all right.
all right.
Hey, Sue, how you doing?
So this is the.
Hey, I appreciate that. Stop by anytime.
Oh yeah, this is one of my lives. This is one.
Right now, I'm going
first
over
thing in there. See, the
Easy's
thing about it is,
first
I can show you,
stream that was
I can
really
show you the
focused on
screenshot in
Ernie.
Messenger where I messaged her.
I think you
after-
watched
right
the
after
trials
this was
before
going
this,
on.
but
Right when this was going
the
on,
trials
we
are
probably
really
looked at
boring.
dates and line them up. And she says, "I've never been on YouTube. That's not me," and all that. I'll send all that to you.
Yeah, if you do that, I bet it would be good proof for people because there's.
So sorry about that. I need
Well,
help
where
with
do I
my
give it
son's
to you
expenses.
at?
Father's
If I
not
send
it to
contributed in
Discord, you never
16
get it.
years. So
and
sorry
that's
about that,
that's my
Melinda
big
Best.
problem with the Predator
Yeah, so
Hunter
they say,
community.
so sorry about that, Melinda Bast.
They wind up
Maybe it's because he tried to turn
helping the Predator in a small way while they intend to do something nice or good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
so-
winds up just hindering
like
law
the
enforcement on
message
actually
is,
catching them
I
because
can
if they're
help
catching them, then
with
that's
my
one
son's-
more thing they're gonna avoid or try to find a way to work
Sorry,
around in the
like,
future
it's hard to read.
Father's
Yeah,
so
but
that
that's not her.
they
She
don't
don't even
get
have a
caught
YouTube account.
next time. I'd rather them get caught
So
by
you
the
would
cops,
just- but
which
you
is why I
answered
don't have
like
an
that,
issue
right?
with like
Yeah.
To Catch a Predator,
So, like, yeah,
the
so, like, your answer
original,
to
because they worked
someone
with the
saying
cops to set
you
up a
haven't
thing.
paid
So
child
after they were
support
done
was,
having their
I'm
interview,
sorry.
as they leave the house, the cops are
the house
there
right
to
then.
grab them and
Earlier,
go.
your chat, your own people with the tigers and everything, all of them were saying, "Oh, it's because she cheated on him." So they were giving you a reason that you didn't pay child support. So like,
So
it looks bad when
it's a
your
really
own
hard
chat
thing
members are
because you
doing it,
want
right?
the predators
You
getting
understand?
caught and called out and found.
You're good.
So like, yeah.
But you also
maybe-
can't take the law into your own
maybe you have to,
hands
like, fix something
and
even with some of your own chatters with this,
especially
so
to
it
interfere
seems like
with
some of
what the
them even
police
have
need to
this
do.
Well, I mean, she cheated.
Because
on
I'd
me.
rather
I mean,
them
that's
just
why I
not be
left.
on the
So, I
streets,
mean,
the
and
predators.
didn't go back. So,
But that was
But,
only 2
like I
years
said,
ago.
yeah, this is.
There is one good thing that I will say came out of all the other
ones.
ones.
But I mean,
Hi,
you guys only
I'm
broke
Dave.
up 2
What's up,
years
Aaron?
ago.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
I
that
was with her in 21 too.
there's a little more
I've got the
awareness
information. I've got all the
for people
I mean,
to
we're
know
sitting
how
there
to
saying we
protect
love
their
each
kids
other.
and
Yeah,
how
I'm
easy
sure
it is
I
for a predator to
He
talk
was
to
with
them.
her.
Yeah,
That's the one thing that I am gonna say.
Okay, you okay? So you guys aren't like officially
Oh,
together.
sorry,
It's
Jaded.
like on and off type of thing.
No, I mean for the times I was with my son, and everything for the last, good God, mighty. I mean, all his life, I was with him.
How's your
until,
vacation
like,
going,
2.5 years ago,
Jaded?
2 years ago, something like that. And then that's when it all went to hell. But
Okay.
it only went to hell because people like Jimbo and everything, who he still
That's
to
true,
this
Sue.
day, I'm gonna go
I
see
don't.
my buddy.
I wouldn't put that past them
Ernie,
either.
You have to own some responsibility in this.
But the
as
problem is,
well
who
with
would
your
want
son.
their face? I don't.
do.
Oh, then again, their faces may have never even been shown.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Jimbo, there's a possibility.
But who would
Well,
want their
he's
face
a
shown and
master
tied to
manipulator
being a
and a
predator?
master
That'd be
grifter.
horrific.
I will
You
tell you
like
this.
lose any
Tell him about the
face
murder
you
for
have.
hire.
Dude,
No,
And that's
listen.
what-
I have no problem with you guys coming on and talking about Jimbo when we do that episode. But like when I'm gonna just say like optically even for the chat, like when you guys keep trying to talk about Jimbo while we're trying to talk about Ernie, it kind of
How do you,
makes it look
Leslie?
like you guys
How
are like,
Lone
trying
Wolf?
to evade the
All right,
question.
I'm out. 12 is 12. Jimbo's a
Yeah,
pedophile.
creative. I
Bye-bye.
agree.
Be safe.
I know there's at
No,
least
I don't- I mean,
one
I
or
don't care if
two
you
outfits that
criticize.
are
I mean,
out there
I take
that
criticism,
do
so
work
what?
with the cops.
And
they have been trained and they make sure because even with
No,
the
I-
messaging, they have to be
no
careful
hard
what they
feelings, no
say
hard
because
feelings.
if it's
All right.
too
no.
All right, so
if
like,
it's
yeah,
too
so for that,
loosely
I'll-
worded and
so
they
you
can skirt
so you
around
guys
what they
can-
said,
like, yeah, I can show
then
that.
it won't hold up in court as well.
Right, this-
So like if it's not, they have to make it absolutely certain that the person
okay,
on the other
so
side knows
the
for
other
a
thing
fact
I
that
was
it's somebody
a little thrown off
underage
about
and things like that,
what I've
and a
seen
lot of
so
that kind
far
of stuff
was,
gets
like, so there was like a lady
skirted, and that
telling you a
because it's like
story
okay, cool,
about,
I got it out, I said it,
um,
they acknowledged it, and then when they moved on, and it could be like
raped,
20 pages later, there could be like a 2-month gap
and, like, almost
to where
immediately
they
after she tells you the
haven't
story,
said
you
anything
ask
about
her
the
if
age,
she has PayPal.
and it completely blows up in their face because
Yeah,
they're like,
PayPal or
oh,
something like
well,
that, or
he
something
really
like that,
didn't
probably.
know that it
Yeah,
was an
yeah.
underage
So,
person.
like,
So
And
I could send
at
them
that
PayPal
point,
or
they
Cash
just
App.
consider it entrapment and throw it
okay,
out.
so like that's
Dude,
what,
I used to do
Hey,
that.
Dan.
Dude, I used to do that every show. I mean, like in 1 week we gave out like $3,500, and we was doing like $500 an episode show.
that you guys were giving out money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I gave out like
His mods won every
freaking
time.
tons of money, man.
Okay, so
I could bring out my old Cash App, man, and show you the money I sent to people. It's crazy.
That's how he pays his mods.
And then I would raise it up. So say
By
say
doing
if you had a problem.
giveaways.
Say if you say if your vehicle was broke down or something like that, you would come up on my panel, you would explain it, and after you explained it, I'd say, do you have a Cash App or a PayPal? And then what would happen is people would start giving them money because we would broadcast their PayPal or Cash App up.
Yes,
On the
exactly.
screen, we would
Creative.
run it in the bottom. And then you could watch the reaction and the expression of people breaking down and crying when they see their bills getting paid. Like, I mean, dude, this one guy, his kid, he had been homeless for like 3 or 4 months, and we got him.
That's
an
true,
apartment, got
Albie.
his electric
You're
turned on
right,
and everything.
but
like
they will throw
I've
it
got
out
small
if
video
it's
clips
if
of,
it's not clear.
So
doing
this was like
It
you
won't be able to be
raising
used
money
whatsoever.
from your chatters to give to other chatters, kind of thing.
I
Well,
guess
just
I
give
would
to other
consider it
people in need.
entrapment. It's not
Okay.
in the eyes
So
of
I
the law.
should-
I don't know.
Oh,
I should be able
Entrapment
to
is
find
such
that
a weird
then.
thing.
You-
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's
Hey.
back in the old channels. I mean, I had like
Hey,
5
Aaron.
channels deleted, but yeah. somewhere-
Welcome.
So
Oh,
I'm sure
thank you. I just
some
wanted to call in. I
stuff,
could tell
but
you've been using that Woohoo Jew alongside
So we raise money for people.
the
I mean,
lightning
we would do like 3 or
tiger
4.
pussy,
What we
and
do,
yeah?
what we
your
try to
beard is
do is
coming
give
in
everybody
lovely.
$100.
It's lovely.
True,
It's
true,
Every
it's
true, true.
person that was up
definitely
on stage or up on the
definitely
panel, they would get like $100 or something like that. We try to raise them up
yeah.
$100. I try to
Copy.
do anywhere
Hi, Dave.
between $500
Copy
to
that.
$700 that
Hey, how
day.
you doing?
And then what happened is
Good. I'm giving
you
you
had people who was
I'm gonna pause.
exclusive. You'll see me in the wide brim hat, so that's a limited edition. Hold on.
I've never seen you
Now I'm out.
outside. I didn't
Now
even
I'm
know
out.
you
There we
knew
go.
what that was. I thought you were AI. I didn't think you existed
I-
outside of the computer.
This is saying I'm just giving you little exclusives here. This is what I didn't want anybody to. But then again, how do you know that's not just a if I came up with Saxon over?
True, because I am hearing some roboting from the mic, so therefore you must
What
still be
what
an AI.
what are you talking about, Dave? I don't understand.
Yeah, yeah.
How you doing today, bud? Burp, burp, burp.
Everybody's
see
saying
your,
hi. I don't know if you can see the chat while on outside, but the chat
hold on a
is
second.
saying
Do you have your
hi.
chat attached?
I don't
Do you have
know.
yeah, if you don't have your chat attached, I
No,
can't
it's not.
see it because it's in the other. I don't either, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, go ahead.
How's your day going? No, I see you're starting to go back through. I love this because I'm alongside some other things that I'm watching, and it's very helpful just to go back over it because I watched this too. But I mean, like it's a couple months now.
Yeah, and like these are 10-hour videos, so it's
Yeah.
chances are you saw part of it, but not all of it.
Well, no, I was knee deep in what I would call multiplex viewing, which is that I would have many screens recording at the time period, just keeping track of stories. And Easy's stuff came up through Thorpeville. So I just started because I also like the music.
Aaron, the chip in your brain is causing some kind of interference with your microphone. Just so
hold
you know.
on a second. Let me get closer to the supercomputer. Hold on a second. I got to turn my quantum computer's off for the moment because the liquid cooling isn't quite functioning properly. So hold on a second.
I see.
How's this? Any better?
Well, I
Any
mean,
better?
It's periodic, so I'm not sure. At the moment, it's better. It hasn't happened again.
No, I was deep in the front. I was deep in the front matrix out there. So
One is telling me I need to kick you, just so you know.
oh well. We do have control over chat as well. Oh, sorry. Talk about why you want to kick me.
It happened again. It happened again. He doesn't actually want me to kick you. He's joking. Yeah.
Okay. See how they get you challenge chat, and suddenly they're like, I don't want to go.
No, but it's the one.
Chat.
He's my boy.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's the one. It's the one. Oh, what up, the one?
Yeah, the one above all.
I know. Yeah, the one above all. No, I know who the one is. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't mess with the one above all. That's
don't
fine.
mess with the one above all or below all, because he knows quite a bit too.
Yeah. Well, he's below it all, so he can see up everybody's skirt. That's the most important thing.
True. So he knows the things you don't want everybody to know about.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So, what's looking at today other than what are you looking for? And at
me, nothing necessarily. I'm just trying to get a better understanding of the early stuff because I missed a lot of this. I came in late. So I'm trying to at least track Speakeasy's discovery of it. I think I'm going to be having Jimbo on tomorrow, and that'll probably wrap up the Ernie part. The digging into Ernie.
It won't. No, it won't.
Well, that'll be my plan. That'll be my plan.
Okay. Oh, that's your plan?
Yeah, is to wrap up there.
My brother.
Digging into Ernie.
My brother.
I'm sure there's plenty more. Especially with me only doing 4-hour videos as opposed to...
no, but I mean, think about. I want you to think about this for a second. Have you seen any of the trial?
Bits and pieces, but it's kind of boring, so I'm really bad at sitting through it. So I'm probably not going to watch that on stream.
Okay, no doubt. Just put some high paced like something like that behind it because although it's a very good situation, but there's so Easy. I'll just tell you this: did an excellent job getting those people to talk openly, and I think it's very important to compare. And what was striking to me about this story, I really sat up and went, "Oh, damn, this is important." Is when you look at what was said in the trial, and you look at what was said later by these people between each other and also on Easy Stream, there's some interesting things that go down, So I would just preface that I would really spend a little time looking at that's not to create biasing, but just to get a broader, some other questions to ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there's some questions that like even Easy wasn't prepared to ask, at the time when he really got the depth of it, because none of us had really seen as much as we ended up seeing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And a lot of the things are contextualized that I'm going to learn through the people in the community. Like when I had Constance Sue on, I learned a lot. That was a really useful person. I feel like having Jimbo on is going to be good because he's going to have some content that he knows is important that I haven't realized is actually important to the origins of the story. Like, I have my perceptions. I think he's a scammer. Well, I know he's a scammer. I just think he's a bigger scammer than any of us are even aware of yet.
Well, I have my I have my own takes on a lot of this, but I think that you are closer in perspective. You're the first person that actually turned me on to a certain perspective. I'm not going to mention. And I would say you're accurate on that. The more and more I know, the more and more stories I've kind of collected off to the side and been shown, the more I'm seeing that you have just like kind of a side angle view that with your own knowledge of the subject separately, and I'm not going to mention it. What that is.
No, I mean you can mention it because he actually, I talked about it last time. He even said it on stream the one time. He mentioned kayfabe, and it was weird. If that's what you're referring to, that's the.
I've never heard that. I mean, I didn't know that you've caught that because I didn't know about that. That's important. That's very important to me.
He even used the term kayfabe.
Okay. Does the audience know what kayfabe is?
I think a lot of them do. It's a term used in wrestling for like the character you're portraying on stage, and that it's not actually you, but it's the way you're presenting yourself in your persona. It's like acting, but a lot of people do know it's fake. And
it's
the
amplifying
character
one's
Ernie
own
Shell
crazy
is for sure fake. But the weird thing is though, he uses his own name. Yeah, just like wrestling. Exactly. Like WWE style wrestling.
Dave is the first person to turn me on to the idea of the kayfabe background, and not actually directly involved with this. Not at all. That's even more interesting.
Yeah, with others.
Because remember
that's connected.
Yeah, we were talking about something else.
Yeah.
And in this case, what I find very interesting is that there's no separation to me because of the early promotion stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a direct line of like logic. Brothers.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, you're
ADD,
yeah. I was actually really, really down. I'm going to say my age, but really down for the British Bulldogs as that was enemies of the Hulk at the time period.
Yeah, I remember that period of wrestling as well, and I'm only 40, so.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I was into wrestling when I was a little kid. When I was very young, going up through high school, I followed wrestling very closely. So like Hulk Hogan, British Bulldog, all that stuff, all the way up through the Stone Cold era.
Yeah.
Pretty much after all that, it got kind of it got more predictable.
Seen the
and
show.
Less fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd seen the show at that point.
Yeah, and I was less able of suspending disbelief, as I like to put it.
Sure.
To where you can watch the Ernie Shell stuff and pretend like you don't understand that he's playing a character but I think he's also kind of pulled a Macho Man with the character where
and it's become
he's
real?
become the character. Like the character he was portraying, he no longer like switches off of that and becomes a different Ernie Shell where he's having fun, just hanging out with family. He's always Ernie Shell now.
Well,
but that is his actual name, which is what makes it weird because you shouldn't use your actual name when doing that. Otherwise, when he showed up in court, he wouldn't be showing up in court as Ernest Shell.
Yes, and that is a problem with performance art characterizations or truly performative characters is they have to be a jacket you put on or a
True,
spacesuit. What you say? I'm sorry, I can't read.
That Ernie does have about 10 alter egos, so he has plenty. Even talk to them sometimes.
Oh, that's different. That's a different copy.
Yes, Smokey, I read that and I agree.
What up, Smokey?
Smokey said exactly what I was talking about, but he deleted it very quickly. Well said.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you and I both know that there is a lot of performative fab style stuff going on out there.
Anybody who just carries a freaking 2x4 down to freaking stage is hilarious.
Yes, that is pretty fucking hilarious. A 2x4, like, okay.
And then the bushwhackers were fun. All right, sorry.
They were.
I'm having a nostalgia
moment
keep popping back to old school wrestling.
The bushwhackers, I forgot about that shit. I was more, rest in peace. I was also I'm just a big fan of that, like, somehow there was like some weird propaganda in there. So you had like the Iron Sheik and what was the Russian guy's name? He was like a bad knockoff of the Rocky 2 character, or Rocky 2? No, Rocky. Ivan Dragov. God,
Culture, I think you're
name?
right. And
what's that?
We don't know who actually pulled that prank, so it could have been Aaron.
Which prank? I don't know. What about?
You know how we always talk about hacking, right?
I have no clue what you're talking about. What? Anything you're about to say, so I don't know.
One of the biggest hacks of all time that still has nobody still knows who did it.
Which one?
Max Hedstrom.
Oh, you're talking about I was not old enough? I know who did it.
No way.
Yes.
It isn't released, though.
Obvious. No, it is really out there amongst those of us who have followed another train. I was about to go down that train. It's very interesting. I was about to go back, and anybody who's followed the train of what I'm going to share at some point, and I'm not going to give it away, but I'm just going to say that there's an art piece out there made by a very wild human being. He's in his 60s now. I know where he lives. I only know this because I accidentally found it this last year, where I walked into a space and was like, oh my god, I've seen this in the movies. Okay, so that is actually associated to a dude who, and I'll just tell the background story real quickly. This person was very concerned with the world being taken over by zombies. This is real. And he got something in his head that made him was in danger. And so he got himself a little 1-watt transmitter and would round in his car.
Mm-hmm. And
this person would transmit in the Philadelphia area and the outside area in the 70s. And, so he had this little 1-watt radio.
Is it DB Cooper?
No, it's not DB Cooper. No,
okay.
This person is not DB Cooper. And if anything, this person is a very in character, but it's a problem person, and they were in their mother's car, not mistaken. There's a whole lore about the car itself. He had attached a big antenna on top. Everybody knew it, but when you come into your neighborhood, no matter what you had on the radio, didn't matter what you had on your TV, it would douse your TV. It would be like you'd hear his radio because it's a 1-watt transmitter. So anything he was producing wide bandwidth, so it was across the spectrum. And at the time period, RF TVs and everything would go haywire. So that's part of it. I'm just going to give that as a teaser. But I found the Max Headroom answer by accident. And I ended up finding a little group of people that actually found Max Headroom by accident, looking for. Okay, I'll tell you. It's the Toynbee tiles. The Toynbee tiles. It's to do with the Toynbee tiles.
Okay.
And it is directly associated. It is weirdly connected to this person's ability to transmit and broadcast. And the fact that it was transmitted is very important because that's where that person had been driving out to once they got caught transmitting in their local neighborhood. They drove away somewhere else and started transmitting there. And that's also where the broadcast comes from. Now the question is, where did he broadcast from? That is still a mystery.
Gotcha.
Because
yeah.
you know,
It
so
had to be
that's
close.
it had to be
But
close.
the range wasn't that great at that point. Like they would, and it's not like today where you could hijack a signal and possibly like you'd have to go through a lot to hijack a signal.
Well, back then, yeah,
You
no,
just had
all
to
you
be
had
close enough and have a stronger
close.
signal than they did.
Yes,
as an
and
out.
Noel, it's a couple things. You had to be able to get past a certain. There was a basic level of like radio switching. It's not encryption,
Hit that
but
little button.
it was a wavelength exchange between towers so that the was broadcast evenly, and it's kind of the theory is that this caught the transmission shift. And that's when they basically took over the transmitter. So the other thing is this person might have actually had to go to one of these offsite transmitters and plug into the thing, which is why you see at the beginning of the signal a ramping white noise to like a a stabilization, like a calibration of the TV very quickly. And it looks like it's VHS or Betamax played back, which is these are the other things that like I've taken this apart really heavily. But really, when it comes down to it, there is only one person in the area doing these kind of things, talking about that kind of stuff. It's the right age, time period where he was very active. And it's not an art project. It's so much as it is the person's ability to do the art and a manifestation of what they were trying to message out to people. And that's the even more astonishing thing about the story. Because the message is Kubrick knew that zombies were coming from Venus and Toynbee, the anthropologist, knew this and prophesied it. That's the basic message. So it's wild. It's super wild. And this message is implanted in roads around. If you look it up, it's called the Toynbee tiles, and it's a fascinating story. It's a fascinating. I have plenty of pictures of them that I've taken in my travels.
I might look into this one day. I don't want to like go too in depth on it because it actually sounds like an interesting topic to look into.
It's fun.
So we might have to make it a day and do a stream on that.
Yeah,
either on your channel or mine, whoever wants to do it.
Yeah, come on over. I'm going to do it at some point. I was going to go down that chain. I'm too busy with the Amanda Rabb story.
Yeah.
So, and we still are. Right there. I have yet to even uncover a whole section of it. So that's another thing. But the Toynbee tiles is one, and I'll tell you, as somebody who has actually stood above them.
See you soon.
Have a great. I didn't realize. Susan. Hey, what's up? Somebody stood over them. The most fascinating thing about the Toynbee tiles, by the way, is that they are surreal. They are impregnated into the ground, wherever they are, in the cement.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to tell you how he did it, but I know how he did it. And it is even more miraculous as how did it. Because it's in the concrete or it's in the asphalt. And when you stand over it, it's not like laid on top of it, as though it's been just impregnated in the ground. It's highly impressive. And so Atari and these other graphic artists who do like panels and stuff overnight, including Banksy, they're long before them, because the Toynbee tiles go back to the 70s. There was the Toynbee tiles.
Yeah.
And
So, like I said, we'll look into it another time. I don't want to go too in depth on it.
Yeah.
Get off.
Anyways, where are you in the story? Where are you in Easy Story right now?
Right now we're at him talking to Ernie. Talking to Ernie.
All right.
When
Well, I'm gonna hop
Nicolina
down.
just jumped off the stream, so it's a good time to pick back up.
Oh yeah. All
right. Well, thanks for hanging out, though. Appreciate you stopping in.
My pleasure.
Have a wonderful day.
You're always
enjoy being outside.
Yeah. No, I'm only out there for a short period in time. Then the collar goes off, and I gotta run back in. So, you know,
Mhm.
it's you only got a couple minutes, and then apparently there's some kind of not gonna really, I can't really talk about that too much. Copy.
I can hear the
But
explosion trying to go off.
yeah,
Every couple
exactly.
seconds, I hear the.
Oh, is it hitting you? Yeah, StreamYard, man. StreamYard is like, I can hear you perfectly, but StreamYard is so wacky sometimes.
StreamYard does not like you very much, huh?
Yeah, well, it could be the well.
You two aren't friends.
We aren't friends. Discord loves me. I don't know why. Discord loves me. That's scary actually when you say that. Discord loves me.
True.
So Dave, I just want to once again, you're always welcome over on my side. I'd love to hang out this afternoon or this evening whenever you're done. I'm going back into the Amanda Rap, but I'm also going to start covering. I've opened up the panel. I'd like to start collecting the stories of the people who were affected by this, and I know you've contact with this, and I'm not covering the characters. Everybody's covering the characters. Mm-hmm. I'm not interested in that. I want the stories, and I want to collect these stories and hand them off to somebody else who can do something. And I'm thinking that we can get in with BJ Investigates. Maybe. That's kind of my plan. I think you heard me talk about that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Or, well, I kind of want to get the characters involved with other communities, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Absolutely. Oh, I do too. And I've already spoken with a couple people.
Create some crossover.
Yeah, absolutely. And the things we were talking about the other night, I know you're not a fan of it, but it's underway.
Yeah, we'll talk about the possible negatives that could come from it, but
yeah, no, I know sides of it, and I just think that either way, that you give people a chance. Yeah. Sometimes they redeem themselves in ways you expect.
Absolutely.
And so that's one thing is I like to give people probably way too many, but when they seem clearly earnest, I can't know, so that's the other thing. If you're earnest, no matter how wacky you are, I can't say no. Mm-hmm. That's why I like you, Dave. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I'm kidding. You're like the least wacky out of all. So I appreciate you for that too.
Not a problem.
Dave, okay, I'm hopping down.
All right.
Have a great day, man. Enjoy.
I'm gonna go ahead and
see you later.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
They was scamming and saying no, nothing was wrong with them, and they was taking from the ones that really needed it,
right.
and I just quit.
Back to the super soldier.
But that was when I was in good. I mean, I was pretty good then. I mean, I was doing really, really good then.
Patrol, private
I was
security
working
for the Trump Jr.
made me a lot of money.
Dog the Bounty Hunter at all costs.
But I can show you my life.
At all
costs.
I can
show you places I work for. You can go and do my NPN.
We the people.
States.
At all
license ran out.
If you could send me something about so this is a lot of the things people are saying so the bounty hunter thing, people say this is a fake.
Jesus.
That you're not. I mean, you were never.
The
really
zombies came from Ernie's butt.
Something you have for this?
Yeah, I got my certificates.
Okay. Yeah, so you can.
My license. It's a state license through Tennessee.
Okay, so.
Dude, you can pull up. I tell you what. Pull up. You on Google right now? Can you do it?
Yeah, I can bring up Google.
Screen's active right now.
Okay, pull up. Go to Google.
Yeah.
Go to NPN or go to. Let's see, Google and then type in Tennessee State NIPR. See if it comes up on there. That's a National Insurance Producer
Tennessee State
number.
What? Sorry.
Just put NIPR. See what it comes up.
NIPR, okay.
See it?
Yeah.
Click it.
I'm in.
Okay, once you click it, go to the little section and see if you can find an online license verification or something like that. NPN.
Licensing center.
Yeah, do that. Just do the renewal.
Hi, River. How you doing?
We'll go real quick.
Welcome to the channel.
This should be it. I think it's a secret
do they apply for a license?
Just do renewal. It should say renewal.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, go renewal.
Okay.
Are you streaming?
Scroll down and it should give you a little box
Discord?
of information and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you can look up.
Nice.
Okay.
I didn't even know. Sorry.
I'll leave. Name, whatever.
You're welcome to
No,
jump
you're
on stream,
good.
by the way, if you want.
Yeah, I'll come check it out here in a bit.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
let's just do Social
Perfect.
Security number.
Yeah,
I don't care.
it's-
Everybody's got it anyways.
Jesus, are you sure, dude?
Yeah, I'm good.
One, why did you
Wait a minute,
tell me
wait a
I
minute,
was
wait a
still
minute.
in chat?
I don't want to be
Dude, I ain't worried
responsible
about
for this. Wait,
That's
I'm gonna
funny.
mute
My
you for a
bad.
second and
That
change
totally
my
threw me
screen
off.
so
I was
that-
like, what the heck? Who's talking to me?
I don't want to be the reason for that, so I'll put it in here. Nobody can hear you right now. Yeah.
That's a 10-4. Oh, I'm talking into my chain. That doesn't work. That's a 10-4. There we go. That's better.
It says last name, yeah.
Jaded's such a good mod.
Not a robot. Look up NPN.
Always keeping her eyes open.
Okay, so
Always throwing out the
so
different
let's
shout
see
outs.
here. This does
Appreciate you.
come up. Yeah, I'll even present what everybody's seeing here for you.
Oh, looks like Dave is hanging out. But wait, it shows he's live. Where is he?
So
My bad.
yeah, so yeah, he obviously proved that he was licensed.
Going through Easy's early stuff, I realized that at
like,
the end
you
of
know,
this, it turns into
for,
more Grace comment
People
content,
saying
so
that
I'm
he
not
wasn't
covering that.
licensed, I think
But
it's kind of hard to say that now.
I'll move on to the other videos.
Guess they don't have the right information to look it up, and they say I have to tell them to go ahead and back it and all that. But it's okay. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, well, yeah, like that was easy to prove right there. So, like I said, like so I
And
totally
if you go,
agree
okay.
with
if you go
that
to the other
when you
one,
have haters, they will
That's good.
do everything to make everything.
I'm just
look
glad
good.
Hornet finally
God,
got to go to bed. He was up
dude, I'm not worried about
the
it.
entire time Easy was up. I think he slept
It's
for like
all
an
good.
hour. He took like an hour power nap
Okay,
at some
so,
point
yeah,
yesterday.
I'm until somebody can show me something.
Aside from that,
would
he was
have
up
to
for,
prove
like,
that that
48
was a lie,
hours.
which I literally went on the website.
You
and
just
searched
went to
it.
a government.
Yeah,
You just went
so,
to a
like-
government. You just went to a government agency.
I felt
right
real
there.
bad for
Yeah,
that
exactly. So I'm not gonna accept the bounty hunter thing. I'm just going to believe it's real, and because I've seen the proof. And then the other one they say is warrants. This is a whole nother thing that they say that you're on the run right now from a bunch of people and all of this.
No, that's what they can say. I mean, they can say whatever.
Okay, so but you're not on the run.
I mean, people say whatever they want to say about it.
Okay.
So at this
Okay,
point, was he
so-
denying being on the run from the cops?
I guess they would have to prove that.
Which you never know. He
Like,
might
I
not be.
do
That might just
understand
all
the-
be an act.
Who's this? Fuck you, Skirt. Is this like is this what they call you
Oh,
or
right.
something?
Is this
Skirt?
Kemper?
Oh, that's what they call me. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's
I was-
awful.
I
Go
didn't-
ahead. Let
I
me hear
didn't
what it
get the
says.
name. What's up? Fuck you, Skirt, buddy. You're on?
I don't remember.
Hello?
Where's Eric Rush?
Oh no, way off. I don't know who this is.
Go ahead. I can hear you now.
Where's Eric Rush?
I have no idea.
Who is this? Because they came on like 3
Where
times
is he?
while
You know?
I don't
Ernie was
know.
on.
Oh, I don't either.
I'm gonna try to see if I can
What is
decode
this
the
story?
voice
I don't know. I think
based
this
on
is
the
a
people I
trouble for a
do
while
know in
now.
the community.
Seems like it.
I don't know. I think they're just.
Speak easy. Google Ern and Eric Rush and see what you find.
Okay, so what is it?
Okay, I
Eric
tell you what.
Rush.
Eric Rush, Washington County, Tennessee. Go ahead and pull your thing up there and Google it. It's gonna be good.
Ernie, who's Dr. Walsh?
Eric Rush.
The what?
Is it
Dr.
Eric
Eric
Rush?
Rush.
Sorry, guys.
It's ER. I think it's ERIC
Hey, what's up, monkey ass?
space Rush, RUSH, and then type in Washington
Haga weekend.
County, Tennessee.
Well said, monkey.
Who's Dr. Walsh?
He was a director
The director where?
at the Sullivan County.
Is that who it
Community
is?
Correctional, where I was
Is this
chief of
really his old
The
girlfriend?
chief over what?
security?
Really?
The one that he said he didn't want to
I worked
turn a
with
hoe
you.
into a
Do you
housewife?
remember that?
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't.
Tell me something about it. How many cameras
Tell me
is in
something about it.
What did you do? What did you do?
Don't worry about it. I was there.
You was there or you worked there?
True.
I was there.
Or you worked there?
Is Ernie exotic
I
a
worked
fugitive?
there and I
Oh,
was there.
Well, how many cameras is in the? How many cameras do they have?
I don't know how many cameras they have. What does that mean?
Did you? What part did you work? Where did you work at? You said you worked with me, right?
Oh, I just seen Eric Rush on the camera.
Yeah, I just had him up there.
Did you work with me?
Sorry, I'm bringing it up now.
What's it say?
Speak easy. Bring it up. Show it.
Yeah, show it.
Okay, so
Looks
this
like he
says
had some ID theft charges.
Gray man gets second ID theft charges in as many days. So, and then it talks
You
about...
need to let
man?
Jimbo show you the clips of the calls he has.
I'm confused.
Jimbo?
Yep.
We ain't talking about Jimbo right now. He's talking about me there, sweetie.
And I'm talking about you too and Eric Rush.
Well, I'm proving you that you never worked in where I worked at
How can you prove it?
because you don't know how many cameras is there.
Who is
I
Eric?
don't care how many cameras was there.
Well, if you
I
worked there,
must
you would
have
know
missed it.
because they teach that in your protocol training.
Something.
All new hires, that's the first thing they go through. They give you a walk by of all the cameras and all the dead end spots.
That's Bama.
Bitch.
Oh,
I worked there
Bama,
before
Bama.
the
Okay,
cameras.
I've heard that
You
name.
proved me wrong.
There was never, ever, that was not allowed. There was always cameras on the inmates.
Really?
So you just proved yourself you lied.
They're not inmates. They were not inmates.
What are they?
They were inmates released to a halfway house.
And they serve just like a normal jail, day for day.
No, it wasn't jail. They weren't locked up.
So did
They
he
get-
kind of
They
screw
get
over
credit for
Bama
every day they
by
serve, just as in jail.
whatever happened with this
No.
Eric dude?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't
okay.
prove. Okay. Well, how many cameras is there? If you know so much,
I don't care how many cameras was there.
you don't know because you're fake,
I'm not fake. Prove I'm fake. I'll prove you're fake.
and you would have never worked with me anyways because females don't work with males.
I worked in
But-
the administrative office.
No, you never.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you worked in the
Prove me
administrative office.
wrong.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll give you a simple test to prove you didn't work in the administrative office.
Okay,
Are you a dumb Polak or a smart American?
Jesus.
you're a stupid fuck.
I'm just asking a question. Just answer the
Are
question.
you're a stupid fuck.
Just answer the question. I mean, which
That's a
would you rather
stupid
be? A
question.
dumb,
Ask me another question, bitch.
would you rather be a dumb Polak or a smart American? Just answer the question, and I'll finish what I'm getting at, and then we'll check your spelling. Go ahead, smart American or dumb
That's a
Polak.
stupid question.
Okay, well,
Allegedly.
You ain't proved your-
Exactly.
I
We got to
work
go with
you and you're
allegedly.
all bullshit.
okay, whatever. You
So
have whatever
what's
you
the
get.
thing with Eric
Prove
Rush?
me
Like, what
wrong.
is exactly
I thought
the
Ern
thing
was
with Eric
famously
Rush?
gay for
Prove
pay.
me wrong.
I just proved you wrong.
You
I
didn't
thought that's
prove
what I had
nothing,
heard.
bitch.
Especially, look, you're
Or at least in the
professionalism,
rumor mill.
You would have never worked in a place of that nature. You have to be professional to work there. What
I'm
did
a
you do? What did you do? What did you do?
You're
What did
a
you do?
copycat piece of bullshit. What did you
Copycat?
do?
No, what did you do? I asked you.
What
Did you get
do?
fired from
So
this
she-
place?
so
Is
she-
I'm just trying to like gather
Yes,
what the
Ernie
whole Eric
had
Rush
to give
thing
up
is.
his position to preserve the.
Who's Phil? That also sounds
I
familiar.
never got fired from there.
Yeah, you did.
No, I never.
Yeah, you
What,
did.
what was the
No,
job?
I never-
Pillow
It was to
fluffer.
what?
Yeah, you did.
Look, here's the thing. Why can't she answer another question? She puts the same question back on me. That shows you she never worked there.
I'm
She's
just
just a
yeah,
troll right
yeah.
now.
Okay.
I'm not a troll.
okay.
I worked with you, Ernie Shell, at the Sullivan County Hay House.
It's called Sullivan County Community Corrections, dear.
Okay, Sullivan County Community Corrections.
What's a community
I
correction? You can't
signed
even say
your
community
paycheck,
right.
bitch.
She never worked there, bro. She can't even talk right.
Yeah,
She
I'm
needs
just
hooked on
wondering.
Of
phone.
all
what- yeah,
people, how
I'm
is
just
he
trying to-
gonna
I'm asking
judge
you, like,
somebody
you're saying
based
the
on how
search
they're
of
saying
Eric Rush.
words?
Can you just like what's the accusation here? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, I'm searching him
Eric
up.
Rush was a person who stole a doctor's
Art
prescription
Rush.
pad.
Art
Then
Rush.
Then he act like
And
he was
he's gonna
somebody
talk
else's
about her not
identity
being able to
theft.
say
He
a
got charged with
word.
identity theft.
He can't even
got-
say Eric.
It says it right there.
It
He
says
got-
what? Where?
He got let out of jail, and then he got charged with identity theft again. He was so messed up.
I
he
want
went and
Ernie
said
to
identity
say
theft
Aaron
again.
earned an
It says
iron
it right there in
earn.
Johnson City Press.
Earn,
I mean,
earn,
am I lying?
earn,
There's
earn.
documentation there.
No, yeah, that's what it says he did. Yeah, I'm just
Eric
wondering why
Rush-
she's
Earn,
like,
earn,
Eric Rush was
earn.
sentenced- Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody. I say drop her.
Official.
She can't answer another question.
No,
She didn't.
don't
The
drop her.
official way
I'm
to say
speaking
earn.
truths.
well, okay, but
You're
I'm just
speaking truth.
can you
Art
answer me
Rush.
why
Ernie
you
would
told
say.
me to search up Eric Rush? Like, what is your accusation here with Eric Rush?
Ernie, tell him what you done with Eric Rush.
I never done anything with Eric Rush.
Okay, I'm
You
asking.
didn't?
Okay, if he's saying he didn't,
No.
then tell me what you're trying to say he did with Eric Rush.
She's using Ernie
Have you heard
tactics
of the
too.
Priya?
It's
Like
called the
rather than
Prison Rape
answering the
Elimination
question,
Act.
she's
Yes,
asking
exactly.
another
Have you
related
heard of
question.
Priya?
Yes, I have. What year was it started?
It's one of the
I have no idea.
Skirn
It was
Dog
started in
specialties.
2013.
Okay.
Okay, so you would have known that if you worked in administrative for community corrections.
I worked in Mr.
All right, Mama
So
tried.
what's administrative?
Admin,
You can't even
all-
fucking
Thanks,
talk.
Beth, because I was.
Bro, you can't even
I
fucking
honestly
talk.
thought you were Mama T at
This is
first.
a
I
fucking
thought you
crack
two were the
whore,
same
bro.
person, but now I understand.
Heck.
If you signed his paycheck, okay, can you just
you are
answer
not.
me, please? I'm gonna ask you one more time. What is the accusation? Don't say Ernie. Tell him what you did.
But then
Just
again, I
say what
hadn't
you
met
wanna
Mama
say
T
he
at that
did.
point.
Just please do that.
Had I met Mama T, I would have
Eric
understood that
Rush.
you were not her.
That's the accusation, and
A lot better.
where do we get this
It
from?
is accusations, but it's what we heard.
That's what you heard. That's hearsay. Thank you for clearing that up.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Oh, so it was just what you heard. Okay, well, you understand this is like dangerous to like just listen.
So here's
to
the
what
thing:
people
prison
hear.
rape. The Prison Rape Elimination Act started in 2013. It was to protect prisoners against guards and other people. So a lot of the prisoners or inmates or clients, as you want to call it, took that upon themselves to say a bunch of bullshit about a bunch of guards and stuff. Well, we was investigated and we was found no truth in it. Because here's the thing: I would have
That's hilarious. If we call him Earn, he says it's a threat on his life because urns are where you bury dead or put dead people's
He
ashes.
did what?
Really?
He turned you over a desk and fucked you to give Eric Rush a free
Who
escape.
came up with the name
No.
Skern?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And what does it mean?
No.
Is it like
I'm not
like
scamming
that.
Ernie Shell?
I'm not like that. Sorry.
No, you're like that.
No, sorry.
Is there anything you can like present to
Can
prove
you prove
that?
this? Can you prove this?
I can't prove it because it's been shut down for embezzlement.
Okay, well,
Yeah, true.
I'm not gonna.
It's like
I'm sorry, I'm
Mama
not
T
gonna
30,
believe you just
43,
saying he raped a prisoner, and like then there's like no
Bird,
evidence.
Lightning,
That's
Tiger.
Like,
Bro,
Earn.
she's saying she worked in
They
the main
want
administrative
prisoners.
offices and didn't know how many cameras is in there. So, I mean, I'm telling you, this is bullshit.
yeah, like yeah.
You don't think I worked with you?
No, I don't.
Really?
No, I don't. I think you might have been in there, but you didn't work with me.
Oh,
I think you might have been.
That's good.
I think you might have been one of the clients.
I love
I was not
parody.
a client.
It's
I
one of my
worked with
favorite
you.
forms of
You
comedy.
can't even say administrative.
That's why I
client.
like Ernie Exotic.
Administrative.
You finally said it.
Speaking of
After
Ernie
about
I
10 minutes.
Exotic,
did. I
Jorgen,
worked
did
with
you
your attorney,
You
Cheryl.
didn't even
Finish that
know- oh,
video?
you worked with my butt. You didn't.
I
You
did.
didn't. You didn't. No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
my
Okay,
unpaid
whatever.
editor, so I'm not rushing you. I'm just curious.
I think
Proved
you're
that I
false.
did.
Then I already proved it. You don't know how many
You
cameras
ain't
there.
proved shit.
Well,
Proved I didn't work with you.
But
The
wait, the
administrative
burden of
officers
proof
have
would
control
be
of all
on
the
you, though,
cameras.
right? You're the one making accusations and claims, that the burden of proof would be on you. Like he doesn't have to prove that you didn't work with him. You would have to prove that you did work with him.
I can prove it. Do you want me to send you like a screenshot of the grant?
The what?
That's the newspaper.
Do what?
It's also why
That's
I
a
love
newspaper.
Bernie
That's a newspaper
Smells.
brand.
Bernie
I
That's
didn't
Smells
say
is
anything about
amazing.
newspaper. I said grants.
The grants.
Yes,
What grant? Sorry.
the state funded grants.
That's public knowledge.
It is public knowledge. I just have to show them. Do you want me to prove
You're
that you
fine,
worked there? I
Jorgen.
worked there.
That ain't proving you work there. Having public knowledge, that anybody can get that. That's grants.
Ernie.
As a matter of fact, when the
Ernie.
grants come out, they automatically
I might premiere my first video clip from my channel,
Hey, how did the Hay House get
which
shut
isn't
down?
even me.
I wasn't there when it got shut down.
I'm just taking part in it.
Okay, but did they get shut down?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Hey,
Are you asking him questions, or do you have any proof to anything?
I
have
wasn't
proof
there
he
when he got
worked
that.
there, and allegations were brought against him because of Eric Rush.
Wait a minute. So they were bought against me. You
This
mean
line
brought
was
up
gone
against
down
me,
Yeah,
for
not
a
I meant
bought.
long
brought,
time
You
stupid
look.
fucker.
You can't even talk enough to be
to not be
professional
that
to work in
important
a
of a fact
professional
in this
setting,
whole
woman,
case.
especially a community correctional.
Because then they come
place.
back on like
You can't
3
even talk
times and
right.
hash
You
this
need hooked
out,
on
like for
phonics
her
so
to
bad, and maybe
prove
for
that she
Christmas
works
you'll
with
get
him
that.
there.
You need hooked on phonics for tooth instead of truth.
Okay.
It's the
okay,
truth.
yeah.
Hey,
This
Ernie,
this is just accusations now, and like, yeah,
Oh,
this is
it is accusations. I'll give you that. It was accusations.
okay.
What the fuck's the accusation?
But it's just I'm sorry, but like this is empty. I'm trying to like do like a thorough research, and like this isn't help. Like this is like, to be honest, like if you came up here to try to make him look bad, you did nothing but make him look good. I'm just being honest with you.
Well, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I just
Thank you. I
know
appreciate
that
it,
Ernie
Foxy
Shell
Stern.
knew. Hey, where does your son live?
Okay, we don't talk about people's kids on here.
Nice. That was one of
Yeah,
my favorite
sorry, bro.
moments when as soon as somebody brings up a kid, it's just
yeah,
boop.
no,
You're
I don't
gone.
accept that type of shit.
We don't do that here.
Don't make me throw no accusation at you now.
Yeah, she just
Accusations.
That's like trolling or what she's doing, but yeah.
She missed the
I
meth
almost
time,
I
bro.
almost believe that you might have been right. She might have been a client at the place you worked rather than someone who actually worked there.
Dude, you don't get hired in a professional setting where you handle paperwork if you can't speak. Think about it.
Well, no, it's fine if you can't speak.
Yeah, well, like,
you have to
yeah,
be able
and
to
like
spell.
just coming up and saying, "Well, someone
So
said
that's
this
why you
about
can't
him."
work
Cool.
there.
Like that's
O F I
And
C
she
A L.
automatically admitted it was allegations anyways. And I was like, what the hell? Look, here's the thing. We was investigated by detectives, and something happened with the director. I don't know. I got married in 2015. I left the day of my marriage. I left.
Oh,
I
I
left the
believe
place
that.
because I got married and took on another route.
O F I C A L. It's
Yeah.
the
So I don't know what
official.
happened, and I think it might have closed a few years after that. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Official. O F I S H A L.
Yeah, so like,
Official.
yeah, like, obviously, if there's no proof, I'm not gonna. Someone's telling me they sent me links about this.
I mean, they can have whatever links they want.
And then yeah, like so, I mean,
When Easy spit out his drink, that was the funniest part of him
a lot of
watching
people make
Bernie
videos
Smells.
about you, that's for sure.
Because he
Oh,
just happened to
God,
drink
dude,
right
I mean,
before the punchline.
Hey,
It's just
haters
like,
make you greater. I always remember that.
I thought it came out his
Okay, so
nose
this
and
is what-
everything.
I'm
It brought me back to when I was a kid, and that happened all the time.
This is what someone sent to me saying that it's the proof for this what that caller was just talking about. So 1 second.
Bro, I brought restraining order. I had a restraining order put on this person.
On which person? That
He put a restraining order on Eric
the one-
Rush?
Eric Rush.
Oh, this Eric.
Oh,
Rush.
yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Let me see. I should be able to find that. Oh, no, I'm not going to do it
Someone
there.
made This video.
I'm going to mess everything up.
Anyway, I'm just bored tonight. Just nothing to do at all, really. I've been, just trying to get you to talk, but you won't talk. And not only that, but I know you have a personal vendetta. I know that you feel like I've ruined your life, blah, 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 blah. And I'm ready. I'm really ready for you because honestly, I want to kill you. And for what you did to me, yeah, because you did some pretty fucked up stuff too. And I'm ready because I'm got a score set on myself, and I'm far from finished.
So, what is that? I'm just.
Oh, man. That's a very delusional person. That's the guy that was that got for the identity theft. So what happened is he was in our care, and the director told us, he said you gotta treat him with kid gloves. So we did. All of the guards treated him with kid gloves. Well,
Yeah, I'm not
what
seeing
we
that.
didn't know is he was secretly bringing in stuff and doing these things. So he failed a drug test, okay? And I was the one that had to sign the papers to send him
I'm
out
not
of
seeing a
the
protective
program.
order anywhere.
And that's why he followed me after that. Of course, he had to go back to jail. And the administration team, as the girl said she worked there, she would know this. Most of the times they close at 4 o'clock. I worked second shift. I would come in, I would do the shift brief, take all the shift briefs and make sure everything was running right, and people would tell me what's going on. Well, this one character, Eric
I'd have to
Rush,
look a little bit more
in the
into it to find out what year it was and stuff to be certain that it doesn't exist. But
very bad things. I'm not going to say.
I have a feeling that there isn't actually a
he
personal
was
protective
taking in
order.
a lot of the other clients and stuff, and he was doing sexual favors and stuff for them or something like that.
I'm a little skeptical.
It brought in a whole investigation.
That's official.
So I had to write this guy off the program. I wrote him off the program. Of course, what happens is that Sullivan County Jail, Sullivan County, Kingsport, Tennessee, the city police comes and gets them, and they arrest them and take them back to jail, and then they have to serve their time the rest of their days after they're kicked out of the program. I had to write him because Dr. Walsh
Out the program is where I spent the rest of my days.
To write him up and sign his takeout, and I did. And that's why he hates me ever to this day.
So the stuff he was just saying, like that. So that is a message like he's giving to you. That we. Just
Dude, he stopped. Like I said, I had to get a restraining. I had to get a restraining order. So I mean, this has been years and years ago. So.
So like, what's
I
mean when he's saying like what you did to me or whatever? Like he's just making that up.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, I never touched him physically or sexually or nothing like that. I ain't my type.
Yeah. So,
but people took that, mainly Jimbo took that and ran with it. I've got screenshots. Look, he would make up fake Facebook accounts and messages, and he would sit there and, like he said, you don't answer.
He does.
I never answered him in them. I wouldn't talk to him back. I wouldn't reply back to him. And
I bet,
made him even mad
honestly, Ernie could probably make a lot of money doing
there,
like the.
I didn't start replying back to him.
Audible.
After I left,
reading books for Audible.
I pretty much told him, leave me alone, stuff like that. I'm, just kind of.
But he would put a lot of people to sleep.
Out of the way, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. Like, okay. I understand why people hear that and they're like, what's going on? So, like, do you at least understand why people are like,
jeez, Smokey,
hearing that come from him and thinking, like, what does he mean?
But no, I understand that sentiment because there was a point in this where I
never
felt
told nobody why he even says that for. This is the first time I'm discussing it with you.
But it is nice revisiting the early stuff now that I have a lot of
anytime a correction officer
actual character development and kind of understand Ernie a little bit more
or anything of that nature, bro, they get some big ass time for that shit.
And I know some of the angles he takes.
Yeah, like you usually would
when doing this stuff.
Serious trouble for that, yeah, for sure.
And one reason I'm liking about this,
he likes to fly by the seat of his pants.
And videos of people
he doesn't prepare the stuff, but he is quick-witted. He can come up with an excuse or something on the fly pretty well.
Hell yeah,
I gotta give him a little credit for that.
Show me proof, and that's what I like about you, Speakeasy.
But when it comes to like actual thought-out knowledge and like a game plan for something, he'll fall apart.
Brought up on that. Show me where.
That's why if you keep asking him about something, he's gonna fall apart at some point.
Anybody can be charged with anything. Show me a conviction.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Show me a conviction.
Yeah, so like they're saying like that's what they keep saying, that they're bringing that, they keep talking about that in the chat, and they're like saying that you're lying.
Lightning Pussy, did you see Speakeasy's drink last night?
There was an officer. He
had a water bottle with Lightning Pussy on it.
Because I had what happened is I had a mental breakdown.
Oh, it was funny.
And he had arrested me. And he put on there, he said meth. He said that I said I did meth. Okay, when I went to court for it, and during the thing, they had to drop the charge down to a lesser charge of disorderly conduct. That ain't got nothing to do with meth. Because
Also, when he's
officers
asked a
couldn't
question, if he
provide
doesn't know,
where I said I
he'll
had anything to do with
restate the
meth. You know what I'm saying?
question, read
So
it
they had
back
to
to
change
you.
it to this
So what you're
police
asking me is
officer.
this.
And I pled guilty to that.
Is that
So, I
really
mean, that's
what
a
you're
slap on the
asking
wrist.
me? Why would you ask me this?
Yeah, so yeah, disorderly conduct.
And meanwhile, he's Googling what the answer is to the question that
That's
you
like
asked.
that's like fighting in public or something like
And then he
that.
comes
yeah.
back with the
Simple to me.
exact definition that would be the first thing you type
so
when
like
you
this
type
whole,
it into
like, he's
Google.
got 2 warrants out.
I've
This is,
definitely seen that a lot.
like,
No, I mean, no. I guess I do got warrants out on me. I ain't going to
Thank you,
court.
Jorgen. You're awesome.
okay, yeah, like I said, like, dude, I'm a fair person. Like, I'm just, the problem is, like, when, like, people are making these stories, like, that's how I am. I want to see, like, actual proof. That
I honestly think he
happened,
was
but
just a Thundercats fan as a
that
kid.
message right there, that,
He was watching
that doesn't
Thundercats
prove
one
that
day
he
and he's
actually
like,
did
I want to
something
be
to
that.
right? That's the only problem.
I tell you what, she said
So
that
he's
there was
like,
camera footage of the
What's another word
or
for
the
thunder?
director
Lightning.
sitting there having sex or
Kinda.
something with me. But yet,
What's the
let me tell
best
you what
kind of
happened.
cat? A
First off,
tiger.
the TDOC, which is Tennessee Department of Corrections, they would have been notified automatically. All the license would have been pulled. All the funding, the government funding would have been pulled. It wouldn't have been years later that happened. That would have been automatically, especially when United Way, American Red Cross, things of them, you know how big they are. When they fund government fundings, that place was funded by them.
Huh.
If that would have ever happened on camera or something like that, yeah, everything would have been destroyed. That would have been like,
Yeah, I think if that
my
was on
God, that would've been
camera,
awful.
that'd be.
I went to
You know,
live
that's
instead of
literal
studio.
physical evidence. I don't think you'd be able to be hiding from that, right?
and she said she worked in administrative offices. Well, which camera was it? Well, she would know exactly which camera it was. She don't know nothing about the camera system. Every guard, every employee,
Content.
the first thing you're taught is protocol cameras. Know where the cameras are at and know where the blind spots are at. You get what I'm saying? Where people can hide and do stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing they go over with you. The male side had 40 cameras. The female side had 29 cameras. She should have known that, her working in administrative
Ernie
office,
Exotic
because
and the
everything's
story of the
linked into
pendants.
big screens in administrative offices. They would have known every day because they got to keep accountability of everything that happens on each one of those cameras. So if so-and-so was caught smoking out here on this camera 3, you would have to write that down. You write what time it was, or you write the date, what time it was, and what the client's name was with a triangle. You would use a triangle to stand for client. That way you didn't have to spell client out. You'd use a triangle, and you'd write their name out there. You'd write Mr. So-and-so was caught smoking in these hours from this time to this time. That way, if anything ever happened and they had to go back to that camera footage because it's all archived and it goes to the state because it's state funded, so it would go to the state. You would have to come in and write that down in the ledger. We had ledger books. You had to write every bit of that down. So if somebody got in a fight out there and they was on camera 12, it's out. Actually, number 12 was the day yard and everything. That's where a lot of people got in fights and scuffle matches. You would come in and you would write what date it is, what time it happened, what time mark stamp in the camera that you can go back, since the camera was could be rewound and fast forward and all that.
At some point,
And
I'm
you
going to have to
would,
learn how to
put
make
that in there,
thumbnails that
and
are
then you would
good.
write client so-and-so was in a fight with client so-and-so, and you'd write what damages was done. Did you fill out an incident report? You know, dude.
He might be a
it's all about
closet furry. You're
paperwork and
probably not
bookkeeping from
wrong.
there. She would know that.
He's
because
got
she's
like a
administrative
mascot
office,
costume
because we
hidden
would
in
turn
there.
that in over to them after the shift briefs. All shift briefs is collected, and they go next door to the administrative
The
office.
fuzzy
Which the
little
administrative
what?
offices have to sign off.
Hold up. When did he refer to himself as the fuzzy little tiger? I need this. I need this clip if it exists. That sounds funny as hell. Oh God. If you guys really want to see where he got the name Lightning Tiger, I'm about to make something public, and I will show it here. I would do an instant premiere, but I don't think. I think that would like end my stream. I'm not 100% sure how that works. So I'm going to go ahead and make it public. Ernie Exotic, the story of the pendants. It's only 7 minutes, so we could take a quick respite from our current content. Know that the truth is just that you can bend and crack the web, shape shift. Yeah, if you can find it, I would be very appreciative because that sounds fun. All right. So I'm going to premiere it live right now on the show. But I need to go to my actual channel and not my studio. That's the problem. That's why it wasn't working for me. I'm just the ugly little fuzzy tiger in the corner. That's me in the corner. Oh no. You said it to MAGA? God, that's cringe. All right. Jorgen, thank you for producing this for me. I appreciate it. We're going to share a new screen.
With it. I've got screenshots.
Yeah, look.
He would make a fake.
Got it. All right. Here we go. This is our premiere of Ernie Exotic and the story of the pendants. I'm sure it's not nearly as good. But all right, here goes. Buckle up and be ready for fun. Actually, I might as well get my head off since it's in the same position there.
So but people took that.
Just in
mainly
case,
Jimbo
you know.
took that and ran with it. I've got screenshots.
Yeah, look.
He would make a fake.
Gotta cover it just in case, you
and
know.
messages, and he
Oh,
would
I
sit
don't
there
have my
and
camera
like he
on.
said, you don't answer me. I never.
Oh, you got
answered
your
him.
camera
I
on?
wouldn't talk to him back.
No, I don't.
Why not? You gotta
And
put
that's
your
made it even
camera
madder
on.
because
I'm fuck ugly.
as working there,
I'm ugly. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Until after I left.
I gotta make sure
Pretty
it's
much
you, you
told him,
know. Oh,
leave me
okay,
alone,
gotcha.
stuff like that. I'm,
Okay, yeah,
kinda
now I know it's you. You can
offset,
turn it back
just
off
keep
if
him
you
out of the
want.
way.
Thank you. I won't. I'm not presentable for the camera right now.
Yeah, I just had to make sure you're
I
actually, you know,
understand why
Ernie
people
Exotic.
hear that and they're like, what the fuck is
Yes,
going
it's
on?
the
So
real
do you at
me.
least
I am
understand why
Ernie.
people
We're
are,
here
like,
with the real Ernie Exotic.
hearing
Yes.
that come from him and thinking like,
Joe's brother and Ernie's cousin.
No,
Well, I never
no.
told nobody why he even said that for. This
Other
is the first time I'm discussing it with you. Nobody ever heard my side of a story. Nobody
Oh,
even.
True.
Here's the thing.
Werewolf branding would have been
Anytime
good.
A correction officer.
So why did
Yeah,
you go with
but I'm-
Lightning Tiger instead
inmate
of
or client or
a
anything
werewolf?
of that nature, bro?
Well,
they get some big ass
that's
time
very-
for that shit.
got time for it. I'd love.
you usually would.
I didn't
No.
pause the video quick
I was
enough.
visiting some monks in Tibet. I have friends, and I was in Tibet and I was fasting at a monastery, way up in the mountains.
Okay.
I was fasting for 7 days, and about the fifth day, I started to see visions.
Oh.
Nobody else, I don't know if I was hallucinating or what, but all the monks that were in the monastery, I could not find them.
Did they have you on like ayahuasca or something?
I don't know. I was in the mountains. I hadn't eaten in days, so it was very high. You know, the altitude. I might have had
Gotcha.
oxygen deprivation on account and lack of food. You know, no drink, nothing.
Gotcha.
Oh, it started storming, a thunderstorm, a lightning storm like I'd never seen before, and I didn't know what to do. I was so frightened. I just laid on top of the monastery, and I just figured, well, if this lightning's going to strike me, it's going to strike me, and I'll die. You know, I don't know where all the monks went, but
Yeah.
where I'm supposed to be. So anyway, I believe I got struck by lightning, and in what I can only describe as a vision,
Mm-hmm.
tigers had carried me to safety inside of the monastery. I was no longer on the roof. You see, there was 4 tigers, and I'd woken up at some point, and I was back in the monastery. I have no idea how I got there. I was on the roof the last I knew, and there was no storm. It was snowing. The monks were all back, but I believe it was a sign from the spirits.
Gotcha. So it was
And so,
snowing and lightning at the same time?
yeah, well, I believe the snow stopped, but it was all hazy because it was a vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
I believe it was. Anyway, I don't. That's not really important to our story right now.
Okay.
But so when I got back after a few months, I came back to civilization. See, I'm a wanted man. I've got bounties on me.
Yeah.
So
Three
yeah, I
of them,
got back
right?
to civilization, and it just dawned on me, why don't I go help my.
Uh-oh. You cut out. Ernie, I'm losing you.
I don't know how many he owns.
Oh, there you go. You're
I
back.
don't
You're
get
back.
into his business too much. He does his thing, I do mine. We just stay away pretty much. But I was helping,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the idea. A tiger had died, and it made me so sad, and I cried and I cried.
Mm-hmm.
And we were taking the skin off and the meat, to feed the other tigers because we.
Oh no, we lost him. Ernie, you're gone. Oh, Ernie's back. Here we go. Oh, you're cutting in and out. What happened?
I'm sorry. I don't know. It told me that you left.
No,
But anyway, I cussed a little bit, which I apologize for.
that's okay. That's okay.
I try to keep
Hi,
my
Constance.
manners. Hello, Constance. This is Ernie Exotic. I'm Joe Exotic's cousin. I can't see chat, so I don't know what anyone's saying. They could say I'm stupid, and I'd be inclined to agree with them. But anyway, yeah, one of the tigers had died. We had slaughtered it up for the meat and that, and I had the bones, and I took the bones.
Interesting.
And I fashioned a sort of pendant out of them. Now my cousin, a pendant. My cousin Joe saw this and thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
So we dipped it in gold, and we got one of the local shaman from the village nearby, and he blessed the pendant. So now what I do is I just go there every so often and get the tiger bones and make pendants, and I sell them on here.
Oh, is that why they're so expensive? Because they're made from tiger bones?
Yeah, and solid gold.
And solid gold.
None of that's cheap, but there's more.
Oh, is that what you were finding in the mines in your coal mining job? That's why.
Well, it all ties together.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's why Jimbo don't like me. Jimbo is
Constance, you can feel free to jump in at any time if you want. We're just having fun.
But yeah, Carol Baskin.
How dare you break character?
Carol Baskin Carol Baskins, who I like to call Nicolina,
Okay.
she called the cops on my cousin, and he got locked up. And I was indicted in those charges, and I ran away.
Indicted?
I don't know, whatever that word is. I
Are you
didn't go to
sure this
school,
isn't Ernie?
but I have a certificate to prove it
Gotcha.
that the pendants are authentic, and the pills they actually contain
High
75% tiger
Hold
blood. I will tell you that much.
Okay.
Trying to steal from an old man is not smart.
Okay.
But what do you call a scammer who thinks that this harmless...
Okay, there we go. Now we got a duck on the screen. Hi, I'm Dave. I don't know why it went into full screen mode, but it did. So yes, that is the world premiere of Ernie Exotic. The first, but hopefully not the only occurrence. Hoping we can see him again someday. Boop, boop, boop. Little different path than the Bernie Smells style, but fun nonetheless. Pop this back up. I do love watching scam baiters, I can't lie. That's usually what I fall asleep watching. I mean, if you want, we can watch some scam baiters. I do enjoy me some scam baiters. I also like another big thing that I'm really getting in, or that I'm really into watching is people watching, I guess, murder convictions, like Iwu, Escape With Us, that channel, and a lot of things like that where they cover the interrogations of these murderers. Some of them are not as interesting as others. Some of them are just like scary. It's like, oh God, people like this actually exist. And that's scary. But there's other ones that are just really entertaining. No, I didn't know that Kit Boga did one with Poke Lulz. I'll have to check that out. Yeah. I like any kind of justice. That's what I call it, justice porn. It's when people just get what they deserve. People getting caught, people getting punished. And I think that's one of the reasons why everybody likes watching... Hi, Missy T. I think that's why everybody likes watching the pedo baiters as well. The predator catching community. It's because you like seeing the people who are doing bad brought to justice. But unfortunately, they're never actually brought to justice with those videos. They're just outed and confronted, unfortunately. Be great if they would go to jail for that. Nice, creative. Well said. So in a way, you could say you've been sleeping with Speakeasy. I mean, his lives do go long enough that you can go to sleep at the beginning, wake up at the well before the end, and have a full night's rest and still catch anybody else's normal stream length, which is like 4 hours, 2 to 4 hours. Which, by the way, is like my goal for my streams, is to be between 2 and 4 hours. I don't want to make the 12-hour streams because that just seems too long.
And then they go to Dr. Wall.
But I also want to do it when everybody else isn't streaming. And it seems like everybody likes to start up normally sometime after like 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. So I figure noon's a good, or noon my time, 3 p.m. Eastern time is a good time to start my stream. Because any earlier than noon and I won't be awake at all. Sleeping with Easy and a bunch of bears. That's true. It's a whole party up in there. Yeah, we won't tell. We will never tell. Although, if anybody ever watches my stream, they'll know. And you'll be outed forever.
For him to sign off, and then
Again,
they go to
Jorgen,
the case
hop
manager,
on.
Case manager, which was Stewart. He's the one that goes
I
to
need a
court with
potato.
all of them, and decides whether or not if actions from the city police need to be called in or whatever.
There we go.
Damn, that's pretty thorough.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I mean. I feel like there should be a lot more evidence to something like this.
Right. Well,
serious
she
happening.
couldn't even tell you nothing. She couldn't even tell you her job title. I'm just working in the administrative. She couldn't even say administrative.
I feel like
So,
somebody
dude, I don't
sent
believe
her
nothing
up
that she
here.
said.
If I was gonna be honest, Ernie, if it seemed like someone sent her up here and was feeding her what to ask, because like it took her a while for me to get out of her what the accusation was. I think someone said go up there and ask him about a certain name. You know what I mean? So like when she didn't know why the name was even relevant, she depended on you to tell the story. Yeah,
You said today, not
that's
can't.
not an evidence.
How
thing
dare
to
you?
me. And there's people in the chat saying there's a full call version of that you're in there. So I don't know. But I'm telling them to send it. No one's sent it to me yet, so I don't know.
No, they ain't gonna send it. Dude, you won't find a call with me saying anything inappropriate to anybody, any client, or any kind of inmate or anything we had at that place. Seriously. That's just the way it is. That's just something they go on. It's just all accusations. Show me proof. Just show proof. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, coming
But
from
that's
where
why
we
I don't
come
care.
from,
That's
we
why I laugh
definitely
at it.
want
That's why I said for all the supporters
proof,
of mine,
like
don't get
actual
mad at
video
you
proof.
because you didn't
We
know.
live in a
You
world
didn't
where
know.
everything can be clipped, researched,
like,
or
no
found
fear.
in some
And
way
here's
or
the thing.
another.
No fear. Look, No Fear is a really good guy. He really is. But
Especially
he
in that
does take
community
up
where people are
things
literally
and,
watching.
when things are not going
You got
his
like
way
Rockin'
or
Robin, who's
when
got
he
like a
sees it,
TV,
a
a
here's the
camera
thing.
set up
We
behind
all-
her
look,
screen, like
have you ever
recording
heard
her
the old
screen.
phrase, you gotta take a step back?
So if it happens
You
on
ever heard
screen,
that?
she's got it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got
And
it.
regroup. Okay, look. From me to you, don't ever do that.
Makes it rough
Don't
to
ever
watch
take a step
Robin's
backwards.
content,
Because if you
but
take a step
because
backwards,
it's such a
you're
weird
returning from where
way
you
of
just
presenting
come
it.
from, right?
Yeah, that's true.
What you need to do is
Reminds
take a
me of
step
how
to the
people used to
side.
like
Once
bootleg
you take a step to the side,
wrestling
you can look
videos
at your
back
opponent
in
or your
the
object or
early,
your
late
obstacle
80s, early
from
90s, where
other
they'd take their
options. You see
VCR
other options. You're looking at the
and set it
angles.
up,
Always
connect it
remember
to a
the angles.
camera.
You can look at it and you can pick it apart. It's just like boxing. You never go backwards in boxing because you get knocked out. You got to circle. You got to step to the side,
Jeez.
bob and weave. It ain't going backwards and forward.
They have like a 3-step
You
process
go
of
backwards
recording
in
their
boxing, you get knocked
TV.
out.
And the
No,
TVs were all
100%. Yeah,
rounded,
100%.
so that you could see
yeah,
the
and
bubble
like I
shape,
said, I'm never gonna be one to.
and it
just
doesn't look
accept
the same on
hearsay,
camera.
Because like I have people make videos about me, so like
All right, I'll see you later, Missy.
Hear that shit, and
Appreciate you,
wanna
Missy
address me
T.
about it, come talk to me about it, and we can go through like what we're doing here, the evidence, right? Yeah. I don't know. There's someone saying they're gonna send me the full thing, but I'm just waiting on that, I guess.
Hey, when you get it, when you get anything, hit me up, man. We'll have it again. I don't care. I
Yeah,
don't
no
care about
problem,
True, then
man.
TiVo came along.
Oh, what? Okay, guys, if you're gonna say, okay, can you guys just send me something like? So now this one's saying paid male to male relations.
Gay for pay.
Partner Phil. Like, but
I knew that was an
Bro, I'm
allegation
not,
at some point.
look, I don't have anything against people that.
Does anybody
gay or
remember
whatever,
taking
but
like
I'm not.
electrical tape or
I got
duct
too
tape
many panty brigade. I got
and
that panty brigade.
recording
They talk
over
about panty
other
brigade
videotapes
to
by
be that way. So I mean,
putting the tape
whatever they
over
wanna say about me,
the
they can say.
blocker?
yeah, no.
There's
like,
a little tab that
just so
if
you
it
know,
was
yeah,
there,
if it's just hearsay shit, I'm not. Like,
you
I'm not
could,
gonna
if
just
the
listen to
tab
that.
was there, you
Oh,
could
yeah, that's
record
fucking
on the
true.
VHS,
that-
but if
I
it
have
wasn't there, it would stop, block you from recording. Oh,
Oh yeah,
jeez, that
that's
was
what
great
I do. I
times.
mean, I just show it to me, and man, you'll discuss it. I don't have anything to hide, anything at all. you know, I'm not being mean or nothing, but don't
Just
send
randomly
somebody
want
just got done smoking their crack pipe
pickle.
and they got burnt in their fingers and
Interesting.
everything, and don't put them up against me because it's going to get bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that lady that came up. That was like I said, like that. It seemed like she was coming up to try to make you look bad, but
All
like,
right.
even people were in the
You
chat
go
was like,
enjoy
"This
your
just makes
pickle."
him look good." I don't know what's going on here.
Well, I mean, I appreciate her, man. I would take that to the
Yeah, I'm old
Minnesota
as fuck.
State Radio office any day. You
I
know
like
what I'm saying?
talking about the old stuff.
Yeah. Straight up.
Dude, as soon as she said, it's
Jorgen's never even seen a cassette tape.
What is going on?
Right. Yeah. That's what had me thrown.
He doesn't know about like when the actual tape of it came out and you had to take a pencil,
This seems a little bit
like a number 2 pencil, and stick it in there and rewind it. And if it got twisted, you had to undo it and do it again, and make sure it went in straight. Yeah.
Listen to anyways.
I too am only 40 years young. But I love talking about this stuff. I especially love that other people have that the younger people have no idea what we're talking about.
Like I said, we'll go over what needs to be going over. I don't care. I don't have nothing to hide.
Yeah, and I actually respect that you're willing to adjust the stuff because
CDs were pretty terrible in and of themselves, though. Like, if you hit a bump, it would skip.
Or just make videos against me instead, you know. And
I remember having
that's what I was
the
trying to explain
Discmans.
to, when your subs first entered the chat, I was trying to.
Or you would
explain
like
to them,
put it on
like,
your hip,
like, do
and
your
if you were
own
riding your
research. I was
bike or
like, that's
something,
literally
every
what we're
like
doing here. We're doing
third
research.
pedal, it would skip part of the song, and then eventually
After
that
you
track
came on,
wouldn't work.
My show the first time, I had watched your lives when you went live, and I was like, because like when someone comes on, like I had another guy come on before, and he said he has like, oh, I got a big crowd and blah blah blah, and like the guy had nobody watching him.
Yes.
But
You'd wait. You would listen to the radio, and you'd like call in to request the song, and you'd be sitting there waiting with your finger on the record button, so you didn't get too much of the announcer talking. And then as soon as it pops on, it's like boom.
But then I had a few people ask me like, oh, you don't know what that Ernie guy did. You don't know what this guy did, and I'm like, well,
yep.
What did he do? Like, fucking just tell me.
We had to be creative. It wasn't easy to do these things when we were kids.
Look, people can say whatever they want to. I've got pictures of where I work with Dog the Bounty Hunter, and I got pictures of me and Dog, me and Leland, me and Beth, and all that. And I can even have his agent probably call sometime, and they can tell you, yeah, Dog talks tales about Ernie. He's the predator hunter. That's what Dog. Look, Dog automatically said that about me in one of their lives one time that we was on, and I was talking to him on the phone. So I mean, people can say whatever they want to about me. They can say it's
Mail is
I don't
pretty
give a
much
damn.
gonna go
I have nothing
extinct.
to hide. Nothing at all.
And in probably about like 30 years.
Okay. Wait, someone's asking to come up. Yeah.
Speaking of voicemail,
guys.
answering machines.
Hit the stream yard,
The
come
world
up.
before answering machines, where if the phone rang and you didn't answer it in time,
One of my mods should call.
you had no idea who called. There was no star 69. There was no leaving a message. It was just ringing, and if you didn't get there in time, well, you don't know what just happened.
Why did,
There was no way to know.
Open this up. So, there's a video here saying that you scammed this guy about a Jason mask.
Enter the Jason arc.
All he has to do is sand the mask down, and he'll see the name in the back. If you don't want to sand it down, here's the thing: these masks come from the same mold. It was the second generation. No. Sorry about that. Third generation mold. Remember, I was telling you
Do you
I
remember
made all the
prank
masks
calls
for
as
the
well?
Friday the 13th video game.
Yeah.
Okay. If you
But
want,
I
if you want
remember
proof
I
on
used
that,
to
you can
run
go
to try to get
YouTube.
the phone.
I'll tell you what. Let's just do this right here.
Make sure we didn't miss calls.
Okay.
Go to pull up a link.
Like in YouTube.
Yeah, my parents
you
would
can
be
pull
like, "Don't answer the phone during dinner," but then I'm like, But how
type
will we
in
know
Friday
who
the
called?
13th,
Because I was the type
the
of kid that
game.
if I didn't know something, I
Crickets.
had to know it. There was no like not knowing. I thought my world would explode if I didn't gain the knowledge I needed at that moment.
Friday the 13th game credits.
It was weird. I was a weird kid.
You'll see it's like 8 minutes long or something like that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna add it to the stream here so you
Okay.
can see too.
Okay, so take it to the stand.
Take it. Sorry, where?
Take it to the 7:25 mark.
Do.
Shit's being slow right now. I don't know why. Too many things open, I guess.
She was more like a beauty queen from across the sea.
Let me just put that for a second. Shut a couple things down here. We said, sorry, the 7:25?
About the 7:25 mark.
People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts.
Okay.
Okay, where it says special thanks from Gun Media.
Yep.
Read that.
Special thanks to Mario Kerner from the Props Museum. Your mask, clothing, and guidance was invaluable. Special thanks to Ernie, the killer inside Shell, for his tireless work in archiving the knowledge and artistry of the masks. And special thanks to Ruben Schweib for his invaluable help with the German USK rating system and guidance.
Okay, so Ruben Reed, he works for Sony Entertainment. If you see, it says special thanks to Ernie the Killer Inside Shell for his tirelessly work in archiving and the artistry. Artistry means I made the mask.
No, it doesn't.
That
is
game,
not what
when it first
artistry
came out,
means.
it broke Microsoft records 7 straight times.
Wrong.
It destroyed their servers. Millions and millions and millions and millions of people was trying to download the game so much that it shut the Microsoft servers down. They put the Microsoft servers back up after they fixed it. It crashed again. 6 times after that, it kept crashing. Zelda and things of that nature couldn't even do that. Think about that.
Yeah. Yeah. It does say artistry in there. Nikki, it does say artistry.
That means I made the mask.
No.
Have you ever heard
means
of
you painted
H2O
something on the mask
Delirious?
or spray painted it or
H2O Delirious. This sounds familiar. Is this like a channel?
presented them for like
no. Millions and millions
a
of subscribers.
screenshot,
He has
put it into a
millions of
different
subscribers. He
position.
was
There's
a
tons
YouTuber.
of things that
Nobody knows who
artistry
he
can
was
mean.
and all that. I made his mask. I made his Friday the 13th mask that he wears on his thing. LeBron James, when he brought the Friday the 13th mask out, and he I think it was against the Clippers. I think he was against the Clippers on Halloween. I made his hockey mask that he wears out. If you look on Twitter, they give me thanks for it.
Okay,
Now,
so why do they what are they saying then is the scam?
Everybody, okay, so here's the thing. You'll never see one of my masks be resold. Hardly ever, like 1 or 2 times in 10 years. I made masks for 10 years. I was real good at it. I was really, really, really good at it. I've got some video clips. I'll send you all some stuff. I'll send you all some stuff and y'all can look at it. I mean, I've got kids crying when they get the mask and they open it up. They're so happy. I got adults saying, thank you, it's the best mask ever, stuff like that. I mean, I've done tons of them. I mean, and for them to say, oh, no, he never made a mask or whatever, look, it is what it is. It was a family thing we did together, so.
Yeah, I highly doubt the game crashed Microsoft.
Dude,
Yeah. Like, so
I've got the
every
people
time
that
I'm
play
searching
Jason. I
it
got the
up,
people.
like every time I'm searching it up, it's kind of like it's all like people saying that you did this or did that, but like I'm not seeing.
Right. So the guy that played Jason Voorhees, I've got 2 of them, CJ Graham and Kane Hodder. I made both of their masks. I was the official mask maker for Kane Hodder. Go to Facebook.
Yeah, this is where those things I was just looking at that people are saying that it's a scam. That it was on Facebook.
I mean, I mean, go to Facebook. You'll see Kane Hodder. Go to Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder Kills or whatever his thing is. You'll see that he has 700 some thousand subscribers. Go down on his page and he says I was his official mask maker for his stores. So there. You have to go down pretty
so
far.
I don't think they're. I don't know if they're saying that you didn't make the masks for like the Jason stuff. I think they're.
All right, guys. So I am sad and
Yeah, I'm gonna
disappointed
bring
that I
this
have to
up
make a
just to
video
see
like
what
this
this
today.
guy's saying. Just
But yesterday
so I
I
can
posted
understand what he's
a
trying to
video
say.
doing an unboxing and review of this mask. It's a Part 7 Jason mask. It was given to me by Ernie Shell. And a little after it had been posted, I got a message from Tony Jarvis, who was also a hockey mask maker. And he claimed that I had been scammed.
The real
and
mask
that
maker.
the mask was actually painted by
From what I'm
him,
told.
given to Cody Huskins, and apparently stolen by Ernie Shell. Little touch-up paint work and maybe modifying the scratches a little bit, and then sent to me, claiming
Facebook
to
is
be
weird.
the mask that I ordered. From the research that I've been able to find, apparently this Cody Huskins and Ernie Shell were friends. Something about a woman got involved. Now they're not friends, and it's being claimed that he stole the mask and sent it to me. Now I don't care about his problems with his friend or his problem with his women. You know, I care if I got a stolen mask. So now obviously I'm not just gonna believe this person. That I mean, I've seen his work. He does great work, but you know, some random person telling me this, I want proof. So he sent me a bunch of pictures of him actually working on it, of Cody actually wearing it. And, you know, I started looking at them, and you can't compare exactly paint color because that can be affected by light and the camera you're using. So in the pictures I'm going to post, what you need to look at are the details, the scratches, the physical cuts into the mask.
Is it really?
You know, the distance between the eyes and the chevron. All of those types of things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the mask.
Yeah,
that I
everybody
received on
asked
the
me to
right,
like reach out to him in this
and the
community
mask
on
Tony made on the
Facebook, and I don't
left.
want to do that because the only
Now, they
Facebook I
look
run is my
very similar.
personal Facebook, and I don't want.
Now there are some differences.
I'll be honest, I don't want
Almost
people
like some of the
knowing
marks
who
might
my
have been
family and
whitened
friends
a
are,
little bit,
and
or,
that
you know, some of the areas
no,
darkened
not
up a
gonna
little
happen.
bit. Yeah, a little suspicious at this point. So next up, I took a look down here at the mouth area, and this appears to be the least altered area. And we're going to do a close-up on this, and my mask again is on the right, and the one that Tony made is on the left. And I'm going to superimpose them now. And I'm going to offset, or I'm going to superimpose it and offset it just a little, so that you can see, you know, the marks right next to each other. And as you can see from here, looks damn close. Now let's move them down and line them up together. All right, now you can see they match up 100% perfectly. There is no way that two masks can line up.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, so the one on the right, how would you have? I'm just wondering, how would he, like, if anyone can tell me this, I'm not very knowledgeable on mask making, but how come the hole is smaller on the one he got?
I do have
Like,
Twitter.
the eye
But
hole
I've
is
set up
small.
a Twitter for my personal
How do you
account
make the eye hole smaller?
and one for my
I'm
professional.
just wondering. Is there a way to do that?
Well, see, there's a couple things. Also, the lines that he's talking about, they are in the mold. Since it come from the movie Mask, they are in the mold. All the scratches are already in the mold. So when you vacuum form plastic, whether you're using, it don't matter if you're using 125, if you're using 60, if you're using 90, but these masks here, they're made of PETG. All the plastics made of PETG. Tony got his mask from me, his blanks, because he was my student. He got mad because John Carr Beekler, the director of Friday the 13th Part 7, messed his video up because you couldn't hear him in the background. But the video he did for me saying, check out Ernie Shell, The Killer Inside, he's got something cool coming out for you all. That was because he knew that I was John Carl Beekler's student. I was the one when Kane Hodder had to go do his makeup and all this stuff and everything. John Carl Beekler hired me to do the mask and to put the straps around the mask because he liked the leather options that I used. Anyways,
Is everybody
so
coming
I
at
became a
Jaded
friend of John
here?
Carl Beekler, which was the Friday the
Do I
13th
need to
director
defend
for Friday the
Jaded?
13th Part 7. That's why all of these little scratches, they're in the mold. So you got a guide in your plastic. So you start off with a clear blank, but if you hold it up to the light,
Yeah, I
all the
don't like
scratches and
Facebook
everything's
either.
in it. So all you have to do is
I
paint
have one,
the
but I haven't
scratches
signed
or
into it
carve the
forever.
scratches out. It's simple. That's why they line up.
I log in
But you
like
cannot
once every
fake a
couple
hole.
months.
You're exactly right. The eye hole, you cannot make a hole bigger from smaller. You can't do it. It's impossible.
Okay, that's the.
What do you mean you can't make
so,
a
the mold thing? I could
hole
understand,
bigger from
obviously, if
smaller? You
have the
absolutely
same mold,
can.
same scratches.
You
and
stick
stuff.
something in it and you go,
I could understand that, but yeah, that is the one.
and
thing
it'll
that
widen.
Throws me out. I'm just wondering if anyone in the chat has a better answer because I see
You can go the
y'all
other way
saying
too
that
by
it's,
heating
like,
it up
deflection
and letting it
stuff. So, like, I'm just,
flow back in.
I'm just wondering if you guys know how we could do this. Like, how could you make the hole smaller in the new mask? If anyone.
Well, here's the thing. Look at the nose. Look at the scratches. My scratches are different in the nose.
You mean this, right by that
The nose,
hole there?
Yeah, look at the nose. You see the triangle?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's the nose there, yeah. Yeah, it's a little thicker.
A little thicker. The line don't look. His line don't connect all the way. Mine does. I do that because I mark my masks like that. That's how you mark them. That way, if somebody tries to steal your work, you can just say, "Hey, look at the nose. This is it."
You realize the thing
even
at the
put my
bottom couldn't
initials
be
in the
identical
mask.
if
My name's in the mask, and nobody even knows where it's at except for the artist, of course.
it has nothing to do
Artists
with the
do
size
little
of the
things
hole
here and there
regardless.
just
It's
to
the symbols
label
that
the
are
mask.
the artwork that's
So,
on
like,
there.
you're saying, I remember you saying, like, if he was to sand something down, he would have.
Sand the back of it down, and you'll see my name.
That perfect. Okay. So when you're making these marks and everything, they're like fingerprints. You know, the distance
Val.
measured from the hole to
Hi.
the line,
I'm
between
Dave.
it and the next line.
I appreciate you
at the
stopping in
end
to
where
say
you
hi.
pull the Dremel up and it tails off.
That's awesome.
They can be similar. They can be very close, but there is no way it can be perfectly matched up. It just can't happen.
Same. Yeah,
You know, the
that's
Dremel you
my
used one
point.
day
Like,
might be wore down a little from the Dremel bit that was in the one you're using to make this other mask. Or you might push a little bit harder and make the line a little wider.
my name's Dave.
Maybe you started just a millimeter down further than you did on a different mask. You can make masks very close, but you cannot make them perfect. So after examining and comparing these masks, I've determined that this is indeed the mask that was stolen that Tony told me about. So I'm going to be returning it to its rightful owner. That being said, Ernie, I don't know how you justify doing something like this, whether you had problems with somebody or not, whether they did you wrong or not. Stealing something and sending it to me, claiming it to be your work, is not right. You know, I had 2 previous
That's
transactions
pretty
with Ernie.
fucked.
I made videos doing reviews and unboxing of his masks that he sent me. I've always been a big supporter because I've had nothing but good experiences until now. And, you know, I stood up for you on Facebook when people would claim that you would stiff them, that they'd been waiting for years. And I'm like, well, I ordered a mask and it got here, you know, in a couple weeks. And every transaction I've always had has been good. No more. I am so disappointed.
Why did
I'm
you
done.
ruin
I
this,
don't want
Ernie?
any more to do
Huh?
with him, any more contact. I'm going to be removing those videos. I'll make sure this gets returned to Cody, and you know what? Buyer beware.
Okay, yeah.
And here's the thing. I never got a chance to say my part about it. I talked to him, and I said, look, all you have to do is sand the mask down. You'll see where it come from. You'll see my name on it. He didn't want to do it, so I said, well, you just gave somebody a free mask for nothing. So I never did it. Like he said, our other transactions was perfect.
Yep, Ernie scams.
I would never have done that.
It is a
anyway,
full-time
so
job.
It is what it
There's
is.
so
People can
many
say
of them,
whatever.
and they
It
just
was-
keep
it was a
coming
go-to
back.
Thing. People had me up against the wall, and that's where they.
I know
really
there
put
was a
pressure on. So,
giveaway scam in the past, and now he's doing that again. And surprise,
Yeah,
surprise,
like I see
when
a
he
lot of people, like,
dropped a
you're-
quick
you're in the chat
$100
talking, like,
giveaway.
my
It was one of his
StreamYard
mods
link
that
is
won.
there.
Ooh,
You
surprise,
can literally come
surprise.
up and bring up
Apparently, that's what
whatever you
happened
have,
every
like,
time.
I don't know. I don't understand.
The pendants that will never be made. Oh, excuse me, Jesus.
Can you post?
Yeah, I didn't get
can
enough
you post
sleep
videos in Discord?
last night. Jeez.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. Look, I don't care to answer any questions, man. I ain't got nothing to hide. I could care less about it. It's something I did as a hobby, and it turned out that it pushed me to Warner Brothers. I signed a contract with Warner Brothers in the game. I got all the screenshots. I got all the messages. I've got everything, how many masks I made. I was in newspapers. I was on the media. I mean, I ain't worried about it. I signed game covers. Oh, my God. We went to a convention, and I signed, I bet, 400 game covers, I guess. It was wild.
What am I doing? You just cut
Yeah,
it from
cause
here.
because that clearly said earlier on that thing that you were involved.
You're
in
robotic.
The
You're
archiving
robotic,
and-
bro.
Oh,
There you go, bud.
can you hear me now? Or is it?
It's robotic a little bit, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
my shit's overloading right now.
Good deal.
That's why. 1 second.
Hmm.
Give me 1 sec here, guys. Shit's overloading. I have like 50,000 things open.
This is the second time for the Lightning Tiger supplement or whatever, too, isn't it?
Whatever they bring up,
And the
against me,
pendants,
man,
like,
I don't care.
none of these are
about
new
it. It
scams.
don't bother me. Don't bother me at all.
Hasn't come up with any new
so
ideas
this is
lately
like
that I've noticed.
Somebody
The
finally
membership scam is old.
sent apparently. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. That isn't what I wanted to do.
I feel bad for those people.
Why is this
Like Mama
happening
T.
today?
Like Mama T thinks Ernie's a good guy and will not budge. And I mean, in a way, I respect that.
What's going on at the same time here?
But at the same time, I feel bad.
Okay, so this is from
Yeah.
earlier. They were trying to.
It's like the lottery. Like, you know you're not going to win, but you still play.
Oh, this is what you need to
Just
do.
because there is a chance that you've seen other people win.
Okay.
I had a feeling earlier I should have just streamed from stream.
Trick is just finding out how the scam is done, outing it, and making sure people
I wasn't smart about it. Alright.
don't, like, dismiss it. I did, Vulture. Check your DMs. Oh, yeah. I sent it back to you in Discord DMs. Hey, Connie. How's your day going so far?
Cut him off
Mm-hmm.
and said, whoa, I got a YouTube video. That's right. Yeah. She said, I raise your medical paperwork
That's just
No,
a
I
video
see your
showing where I
medical
didn't show up to court.
and
man.
raise you one YouTube video. YouTube video of Ernie. In Texas talking to, guess who?
Mm-hmm.
Dookie Duke Duke. Remember Ernie, you was bragging about being at Benny's house? How you were in Texas? Uh-oh.
That's all this is.
Big mouth got you in trouble. So, long story short, because we are freezing our nads off, and Thelma's moved off. Long story short, Ernie,
That's all this
we have an
is.
arrest warrant out for you now, sir. You have an arrest warrant? No, boy. And
Man, there's some options, man. Because
What?
Pinky said,
For advice on what?
just trying to figure
What
out,
is that
man,
supposed to
there's
say,
some options, man,
Jorgen?
'cause Pinky said-
What to do? What is con?
My lawyer told me. He's like,
What?
you need to, you know, you're already well known in Kentucky. You're very well known. I mean, his whole people know
He
me.
set you up with what?
Or this van charge, dude. He found out the number of the van and he called the
What
owner
a
of the van and had the
do.
owner press
What
charges
a
like I stole
is
the van.
con.
Yeah, this ain't nothing.
Is this some Yoda
They doxed
speak?
my number
Am I
here,
supposed to
dude.
be able to read that if I reorganize the words?
I know, that's why I need to have ice on me. And I've never been in trouble, dude. I ain't no fucking criminal.
How you ain't never been in trouble and the police done chase you down the freeway?
Bro, it's because Benny Keys called him on me 53 times. Every time he find out where I'm at or do a live or
Code
something,
switch,
I've
you
never
need to
played
make it make sense. I don't understand.
I don't have a record now.
So what the fuck is all this shit about you on the internet? Getting locked up, sitting in the courtrooms and like what
Bro,
the fuck, man?
it's bullshit, man. Dude, look up my record, bro. I have one disorderly conduct charge, and that's because I pled guilty to it. This last thing. But they try to say, dude, this YouTube has screwed my world
Vulture,
up.
I linked you the StreamYard. What are you doing,
Playing
bud?
with fire, man. You can't be a good guy chilling with the bad guys, man.
Playing with fire? That's Alex's channel.
I don't know what the fuck y'all be thinking, man. It didn't take me long to.
How are you doing
to
on
get in
this
there and,
fine day?
start shaking
That's
shit
what
up
you were
because these
saying?
people, they
That's
like
what you were
that
trying to
shit.
say?
This is tragedy, pimping, lying, and doxing and all. They like this shit, man. That shit is dangerous.
It's dangerous in real life, bro.
Yeah, in real life, the shit that they sit up and do on
Uh-huh.
the internet, that shit is dangerous, man. Man, look, Benny Fleas try to play and do all that shit, man. I had him, he was silent for a whole year. Like I say, I stumbled upon the live. I didn't know he still had fucking existed. I didn't know he got his numbers up and, I didn't know nothing about that he was still around. But as soon as he heard that I was around, you seen how he started acting?
Oh, yeah.
Started apologizing to everybody, trying to get allies, and he just using all y'all. He tried to.
Well, he apologized to me, and I told him, I said, look, time tells all, man. And you see what he done. Gave him enough rope, man. He fucking went and ran with it. That's what he did. And then he comes back. He knows his numbers are down, bro. His trauma for him is what makes his numbers up.
Right.
A lot of this is fake too. It's cut. They cut it. They cut it.
Where's the cuts, Ernie?
If you where you say you are, if you ain't did it by now, it ain't gonna be worth it. Fucking them up, you gotta turn the tables. How do you turn the tables? You get him where he feels like he's most powerful at. Where you think he's most powerful at? On the internet, manipulating these women, manipulating these people. So you have to take that from them.
We can control it. I mean, I've controlled the damn narrative all the way through, but it's easy. We can pull them in, and they'll believe. I mean, this is how you get followers and people believe. We can destroy Benny together. We really could. We could put a hurting on him.
But see, it can't be the content creators destroying him. It has to be the people.
Yeah, but that's what we gotta do, though. We have to tell them.
We the people.
We have to make them believe.
No. It's not make them believe. We have to give them an opportunity to do it.
Right.
Because they already know he fucked up. They just don't want to be outed by all of those people that follow that ain't ready to say fuck them. You understand?
Well, Nicolina and Benny Keys working together.
They've always been.
They've always been.
Yeah, always.
And Rap now, he just says, I'm staying out of it. I'm staying out of it. So, Rap's scared to death. I'm gonna dox his woman. I know who she is. That Smoky Mountain Mama. I know who, without a shadow of a doubt, who she is.
Okay, well, why don't you just give it to me and I'll do it. Get him out the way and make him get right all the way.
I'll give it all of it.
What do you mean it's tripping?
Let's do this live together. Let's build up trust with me and you.
Did I lose something?
Just don't tell you got it from me. Deal?
They're not working right for me?
It is what it is when you going live.
Here, let me charge my phone up. I'll send you a text. I'll send you a link. See you, bud.
All right.
Let me refresh mine. 'Cause I don't see anything happening.
Alright. So it sounds like something like you're setting up Benny Keys or something.
That is kind of weird.
No, I was gonna whip Benny Keys and I was gonna whip him at one time.
No
and,
problem. Thank you,
You
Jaded.
just get frustrated.
I'm probably actually cutting it
Everybody
off
gets
soon.
frustrated. I did.
I did not get enough
I was
sleep
like,
last night, so
But I learned. I mean,
this is gonna be
got
a short
smartened up,
stream.
man. So
I feel bad, but
I smartened
I
up.
stayed
and I
up
was
too
like,
late
nah,
on
it is what
the
it is.
panel, and I need to stop doing the late night panels if I'm
Well,
gonna
yeah, like-
stream at noon.
And like that
Takes me way
I
too
don't
long to
see
wind down
okay,
from
so
that.
You're saying you fucked up, and it is what it is. Yeah.
Weird.
Oh,
Mine does
yeah,
that from
yeah,
time
man,
to
I take
time too, and I hate
responsibility,
it.
yeah, always.
It like gives me like a red X.
Well, yeah, like, and that's.
I was like, would you like
what
to
people
try it
should-
again? And then it
that's
never
all they
works
do.
until
when
I
you
like
have
reset.
when you have
switch.
hundreds of people that and it used to be thousands of people, and it still
True.
probably are. I mean, there's a lot of silent. I got a lot of silent backers and stuff. When you hold on a second.
Right.
Oh, I got a phone call. Hold on one second.
Yeah, no worries.
Copy.
Listen, chat, make sure you're liking the stream. Make sure you're subbing up to the channel if you're not subbed yet. I don't know why you're not subbed yet. We got 196 of you in the channel right now. I need you guys to like that stream, put me in the algorithm, sub up to the channel, become a member, super chat me all the money in your account. No.
I wish.
Wait a minute, you ain't got my fee yet, man. I have a fee that has to be. Nah. Oh man. No. So it's one of my future recovery agents. His name's Brian, and he was telling me some stuff that he's actually watching your thing right now. He's actually watching your channel.
Okay, word.
Yeah. So we've been hanging out together the last.
Oh, I think it is,
good
isn't
God,
it?
couple weeks, I guess.
I got people looking into you.
Here and there, we've been hanging out. So I'd kind of had like a little family reunion kind of thing going on. We had this other YouTube creator that.
That's okay, Vulture.
Well, he.
But I
he's-
did
he's
send it
done
to
some
you
bad
for the
things, but
record.
Time tells all.
I'm kind of tired
we
anyway,
got into
so
some
we
stuff
probably I
over
probably
here.
wouldn't have had you on for very
We got
long.
some things
I'm
done. But anyways, dude, I don't care to
fighting to
answer
stay
any
awake at the
question
moment.
you may have. Any.
Yeah, that's.
Have no. I mean, I'm not saying I ain't never messed up. I messed up a lot. Everybody messes up.
Yeah, for
Dude,
sure.
any leader,
I need to
leader
get
of
on
any
a
sort
set schedule. I
messes
need to,
up.
like, fix
It's other
my
leaders
schedule.
that put you back in check. Like it's like anybody's
Is
got
it
a
just
following.
me or does Easy's
If you tell your
arm
people
look
the
really
wrong
weird
thing,
at that angle?
a lot of them believe it, man. A lot of them
Oh, yeah.
believe it. Therefore, it's your responsibility to keep them on the right path. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. No, for sure it is. Yeah.
So you have to watch what you say. That's why I
That's
just
one
couldn't
of
come
them.
up here and say, "Easy, you MF for motherfucker." I couldn't do that to you because I was like, "Look, dude, he don't understand. He don't know the whole story. Let him get a chance to know the story before we." If I judge you by a book, by its cover, if I judge you by what I see with you, like tattoos and all this, and think you're some kind of thug or something,
Yeah.
think about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Think about it.
It's
And I would
true.
never do that
Ernie's
because I'm
voice is
professional
just
enough
so
to
like
take the time needed.
That's
to
why I had it
allow
sped up to
do
2x
whatever I
yesterday,
need to
or
do
1.5x
Like I said
yesterday.
before, I've been watching
He's
you
got
for
a
a little
very
bit,
slow,
and I said, "Damn,
steady
man, this show's pretty
cadence,
cool."
and
But he does do it exactly what you
he's
say.
getting a little more
over
animated
here,
at the
the way you
moment,
got
but
this tagged, these debates,
it's always like
debunks,
this,
truth, all
and then
that.
he's
Dude, that's
keeps
what I like
going,
about this
and
because
it's pretty
you actually don't
monotone. He
go on
doesn't
bullshit
change
that
his
everybody else
pitch a
goes on.
lot.
Yeah, exactly.
You go by facts. You go by
and
facts.
there's a lot of long
Yeah, that's
pauses
like, I think everybody should do it like that because like
between what he
yeah,
says
like you said, especially when you have a big following, like
and
you
what
could,
he says next.
you could tell people anything and they'll believe it.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
It's okay, Vulture. You're forgiven.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, there's Connie.
Pretty good. Ernie, do you have time to go over your resume with us?
Whatever you want to do.
I sent it to you in your Discord DM.
And
You
mine?
should have it.
Is this the first appearance
Yeah.
of Connie? On stream, that is? On Easy's? This is probably a good time to cut it off. You can go over Connie next time. I believe tomorrow I'm going to have Jimbo on most likely. If not, I'll schedule that for a different day. But I will be on again tomorrow. I'm glad I figured out the other stuff. You lost me and Cadence. What don't you think? I'm so confused. Anyway, I'm tired. I need to end stream. I apologize, everybody. I love you all. Thank you for coming. Thanks for hanging out and staying and dealing with me and my tired brain. Wait, why am I waiting? What am I waiting for? What memo? What are you talking about? Jorgen! What memo am I missing? There's nothing in my email. There's nothing. You just now sent me a message. I reached out to Jimbo in an email, Jorgen. The day I told the guy was Saturday, which is tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. I don't want to fill out the TPS reports. Want to go sleepy. Not really sleepy, but I need to move around, eat some food or something. You never know, I might start stream back up, but I doubt it. I want to reset my brain, prepare for tomorrow. Love you all. And hate you all at the same time. Heart.